and HBO Max, Warner Brothers Film and TV Studios, and its library of movies.
And Michael Wallace says the transaction is subject to regulatory review. Warner Brothers Discovery previously announced a plan to split into two publicly traded halves. Netflix is looking to acquire the Warner half. The other half, Discovery Global, includes CNN and other cable outlets. Well, the rain will be moving out throughout the day, but it will stay chilly. Highs only in the mid to upper 40s. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Happening right now, an advisory committee on immunization practices meeting again at CDC headquarters as they once again look to vote on the hepatitis B vaccine for infants. It follows a delay on yesterday's vote.
The vote was delayed over confusion concerning the voting language. The panel's Dr. Robert Malone.
We're not here to reach quick conclusions. We're here to reach accurate ones and to provide independent assessment and advice to the director and to the public.
For decades, the government has advised that all babies be vaccinated against the liver infection right after birth. The panel could vote to change the vaccine schedule. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill meeting with military members, including Navy Admiral Mitch Bradley, who walked them through his order for a so-called double-tap strike on a suspected drug boat in the Caribbean.
Saying the survivors of the initial strike were attempting to salvage the drugs and reboard the boat. Lawmakers walked away from the video of the strike with diverging views of what it showed and the overall mission in the Caribbean.
Eleanor Watson reporting Bradley denies that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth gave the order to kill everyone on the boat. Some lawmakers say the strike amounts to a war crime. A $750,000 grant will help the Atlanta Community Food Bank better serve people who are food insecure.
As part of a multi-year partnership Walmart has with Feeding America food banks across the country to enable rescue of more food from Walmart stores.
Chief Development Officer Greg Sims says they'll use the money to buy supplies, including extra refrigerated vehicles to move unused produce from Walmart and Sam's Club stores to local donation centers. Well, it is a big day for soccer fans. All three leaders of the North American host countries will be in Washington today for the final draw for the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum and Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney will join President Trump in the drawing at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. While there, the three leaders will have some time to discuss issues including trade.
Correspondent Linda Kenyon says the draw gets underway at noon today. We will learn the placement for the 48-team field, including what teams the U.S. will face in the group stage, and also what teams could be coming to Atlanta for matches to be held at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And football of another variety is on tap at the Benz tomorrow as Georgia and Alabama will face off in the SEC championship game. Marta's Angela Jetty says they are ready.
We will have MARTA police and station staff at high ridership stations to assist customers, and we will also have load and go teams on platforms to help with boarding and prevent overcrowding.
And of course, you can catch all the game action right here on your home of the Dogs. Our pregame coverage starts at noon with the kickoff at 4 o'clock Saturday. It is 9:03. The Mark Arum Show begins in less than 2 minutes. But first, it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. We have triple team traffic with smiling Mark McKay.
Thanks, Graham. We are starting to wind down the delays out of the northern suburbs. Still difficult out of Marietta, especially the right lanes as you leave the South Marietta Parkway past Truist Park, getting on to 285 West, past a crash that's been working on the shoulder. Georgia State Patrol still have their blue flashing lights on in northeast Atlanta. This is 85 southbound at Lennox Cheshire Bridge, keeping you slow back into the 400 Bridge. And the northbound side of the connector, still a bit of a struggle as you leave University Avenue, trying to get past I-20. Watching that trouble on I-20 out west, Ashley Fresca.
Causing a slow ride at Thornton Road as you head along I-20 eastbound. Crash involving a tractor-trailer. Police now have it in the right lane just in front of Six Flags. And look out for a crash on Dallas Highway headed into Marietta eastbound just before Castile Road. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies with drizzle and light rain showers moving through. High 45, lows tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow mostly cloudy, drying out, high near 50. A little bit of sunshine for Sunday with a high of 52.
And right now we have 42 degrees in Hiram, also 42 degrees in Decula, and it is 44 degrees in Midtown Atlanta at 9:05. More news at 9:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
Welcome, friends, and a good Friday morning in a very chilly WSB Radio studio. Mark Aram and crew bending your ears for the next 3 hours. So much to talk about today. 30 minutes from now, we're going to get the latest on the labor market. Caleb Silver from Investopedia. 1 hour from now, live to D.C. Olivia Rinaldi from CBS News breaking down the very latest on that pipe bomb suspect arrest yesterday in Virginia. Political analyst Bill Crane at 10:35. And I'm really excited about this, Deborah. He's never been on the show before. Patton Oswalt is going to join us live.
You've never been on the show before?
Never been on the show before.
Right.
I would certainly remember Mr. Patton Oswalt. Deborah's got tickets to give away to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. A great way to get into the holiday spirit is that concert on December 14th. Also, a great way to get into the holiday spirit, and I've been saying it ad nauseum for decades now. It's Clark's Christmas Kids, the 35th edition of Clark's Christmas Kids, kicking off this Sunday at the Walmart in Roswell, 970 Mansell Road. Joining us live in studio, the face of Clark's Christmas Kids. I'm not going to say the brains behind it. You're just the face. You're just
just a figurehead. That's all I am.
You're just a good-looking guy that fronts Clark's Christmas Kids for 35 years. Clark, I am excited, and it's not even my event. You must be bursting right now.
And you know, these temperatures get people in the spirit.
Yes.
It's like we took Atlanta and put it on remote in the tri-state area where you grew up. It's been so cold this week.
Yeah, and you get the Christmas sweaters out, and you bundle up, you get the sweatshirts, and it really puts you in the holiday mood. But again, I mean...
And we're going to be together which day?
I'm scheduled the last day, Sunday, at the Walmart near the Big Chicken, but...
So we get to dress up in whatever...
Yes.
Festive gear they have in the store.
So
that day.
I posted a picture on social about what was going to be on the show. And it's a picture of you and I in like these Sopranos style velour holiday Christmas jumpsuits that we did. We put on pre-COVID and took a picture. We've got to redo those. We need fresh images of us.
Yeah, you know, they've got all the wonderful Christmas sweaters we can put on.
The ugly Christmas sweaters.
Do you remember one year I put on one of those Christmas suits?
Yeah,
They're like
absolutely.
Like a regular men's suit, except they're all Christmas festive.
Then you bought it, donated it to Goodwill, waited for them to dry clean it, and then rebought it.
Yes, thanks for that,
Clark. All right, so it's 35 years. I've been here. This will be my 28th Clark's Christmas Kids. For folks that are new to the area, right? Because people keep moving here, here. They're listening. They're like, "What is Clark's Christmas Kids? What's the story behind this deal?"
Well, I want to make sure that my children get the best they can get every Christmas. It's for the children who are unfortunately in foster care across the state of Georgia. And these kids haven't done anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff that's caused their families to disintegrate. And the kids end up in the care of the state, either in a group home or with a loving foster family. But the thing they don't normally get is anything for their birthday, anything for Christmas. And long, long ago, far, far away, in the Wayback Machine,
a different world,
we started doing this and kind of backed in by our third year of Clark's Christmas Kids to doing this match game where kids were allowed to fill out a wish list, and then our generous listeners fulfilled those wish lists. And, of course, it started off all analog, all in stores. Now it's a hybrid of doing it online at clarkschristmaskids.com or coming to see us at one of the 3 Walmarts we're going to be at this year. If you come to one of the Walmarts, you see pretty much the same thing as you see online. You'll see a child's name, how old he or she is, boy or girl, and what 3 gifts that child has asked for Christmas.
And that's what I love about it. So you'll go to the Walmart this Sunday in Roswell.
Starting noon to 3.
Noon to 3. And Clark's Little Elves have these sheets made out for each individual child. So I'll pick one up. Andrew in Smyrna. He's 4 years old, little Andrew Longoria, and then it has his Christmas wish list. And usually it's a big gift, and then a moderately priced gift, and then a lesser priced gift. So
he wants tickets to the Super Bowl for when the Texans get to the Super Bowl.
We'll fulfill that in 2037.
Yeah, that'll be further down the road.
No, but like a tablet might be the big gift, or a football might be the second gift, or magic markers or crayons, and you could literally go and pick and take care of a child.
And you know, it's funny. The older kids want a TV-style monitor.
Mm-hmm.
And you think about when we started Clark's Christmas Kids, a TV would have been like, what?
Yeah, $800.
And today, it's one of the cheapest
Yeah.
gifts that people can give. We get those TVs so inexpensively, and the kids are small enough that the kids, when they move from group home to group home, they can take their monitor with them and watch video, watch YouTube,
and
whatever.
sometimes they want comforters or
The older kids,
Yeah.
older kids that are aging out, they want sheets, blankets, comforters, pillows. They want winter coats.
Yeah.
I mean they're in survival mode.
What-
'Cause
what-
they're about to age out and be put out.
Now, you and I can't relate to this, but for the listeners out there that have that excitement Christmas morning when their kids go under the tree, and,
You and
like,
me
as a parent, right? It's a
suffer so
great
much.
feeling, Longoria, when you Christmas morning.
Oh,
and
yeah.
your daughters unwrap their presents. It's exponentially better when you adopt a Christmas kid from Clark's Christmas Kids, because yes, your kids are going to get what they want, but you've also fulfilled the Christmas wish list of a kid in foster care who, without you and your generosity, wouldn't have anything under the tree. It's such a warm feeling. When I wake up Christmas morning, I say, first, give me an eggnog, and then I think about all the gifts that the kids are going to be opening.
How many gifts do we have left right now that we need? Have you seen?
20,140.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of gifts.
We've got to take care of over the next, 11 days.
Well, you tell me. Christmas is in 20 days.
Yeah, but we've got till the 16th.
16th to get 20,000.
To get all of them.
And that number's higher this year because, sadly, there are more kids in foster care this year.
Yeah, whenever the economy hits a rough patch, and there's definitely affordability issues, tensions in families increase, stress in families increase, and more kids end up in foster care. I mean, I can tell what's going on with the economy for everyday people from what happens with how many kids we have in foster care.
So in prior years, when we've seen an uptick in foster kids, it's been historically drugs, opioids, fentanyl.
Yeah.
But you think this time it's the economy?
It is the economy.
Yeah.
And, the economy is so split right now. You and I talked about that last month, how there's roughly 30% of Americans that are doing the best they've ever done.
Yep.
And almost everybody else is really struggling because of inflation. Inflation's gotten worse of late. After we went through a really bad cycle with it, it kind of cooled off. Now it's gotten worse again. So there's more stress on families, and families that were on the edge have disintegrated in larger numbers. And that's why we have more children who families couldn't take care of and are now in foster care.
Is it going to be tougher this year for the 35th annual Clark's Christmas Kids? Online at clarkschristmaskids.com. You could donate anytime. We'd love to see you at the Walmarts, but you don't have to. You can donate online. With everything costing more this year, and
Sure.
with tariff pressure, a lot of these toys, these gifts are made in China. Is it going to be tougher to, is it going to be?
It's costing us $50 more per child this year to fulfill the wishes because of the targeted tariffs towards China and other trading partners in Asia.
Yeah.
Because almost all the items that you see on these lists are made in Asia. And so that forced us to increase the amount of money we had to raise this year. And it's
So there's
approximately
8,000 kids, right?
No, there's more.
More?
Yeah, it's just a little under 10,000, I think, is where we're ending up.
Times 50.
8,000 was last year.
Times
8,000.
$50 more per kid. That's
Right.
significant. Holy
You start
smokes.
multiplying it out, it starts with a 2
Yeah.
in terms of the total amount of money we have to raise.
All right, so
this year.
let's talk to that 30% that are doing better than they've ever done.
Right.
I'm
There are many
the Eric
great-
Ericksons, the Von Hesslers.
Right. There are many great causes that you can give to. I don't care what it is. Get out there and help other people. If this speaks to you, if Clark's Christmas Kid speaks to you, if you think about you as a little child not being with your family this Christmas, imagine that. And you think about a kid who is living that way. If you can help that child out, Because remember, that kid is hurting. That kid feels like, what did I do wrong? How did I end up here in this group home or whatever? You are able to tell that child, hey, somebody loves you out there. Somebody cares about you. You are not forgotten. And I can tell you over the years, I've seen how much this means to these kids when they become adults and they come and see us and they're buying for children.
It's now a generational thing. You've been doing this 35 years, and we see not only kids that came in 20 years ago with their parents, and now they're back with their kids, but we see every year, we see someone that was in foster care and got a Christmas gift because of Clark's Christmas Kids, now paying it forward, coming back and buying for kids currently in foster care.
And let me tell you, it means so much to them. You will see grown, tough men crying when they come up and pick out a child, because the memories they have were rough when they were a kid being in foster care. And they know more than any of us how much it means to that young, vulnerable child, that precious child, that somebody stepped forward and helped out that child.
Now,
and it's whatever amount you can afford to give.
Exactly. Like $1. I mean, listen, the 70% of us that are not doing well might not be in a position to donate as much as we did the prior couple of years. Anything, and Clark's Elves will get the most out of that $1, but it's a big hill to climb. 20,000 toys still needed. It's going to cost $50 more per child to fulfill that Christmas wish list. And again, Clark'sChristmasKids.com. You can donate 24/7 online. It's safe, secure. Clark's not selling your info to anybody. All of the money goes to this. There's no overhead charge.
There's no overhead.
Yes.
It's the coolest thing.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But if you've never been to one of the Walmarts, make this the year you come out and see Clark, because there's so many magical moments. I mean, there's too many that I've experienced firsthand, but one that comes to mind, it was a couple years ago, and some guy anonymously came in and he bought like 30 bicycles. He cleared out the Walmart bicycle rack and bought them all. And it was the generosity. You remember what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
But
I sure do.
Like, there's so many moments like that. Or a little kid comes up and with his parents, not in foster care, and they find a 3-year-old and buy for them, and you can see the joy in their faces, and they're telling their parents, listen, you don't have to get me Christmas gifts, get another one for a foster child. Like, those moments, please come out and see us. If you've never been, it's remarkable.
Well, what I love is there'll be people who come in who are just in the store shopping, and I know it's impossible to believe, but there are people who haven't heard
of Clark's Christmas Kids.
Haven't heard of Clark. No, haven't heard of WSB. They don't know anything. They're coming in the store and they see this. They get a flyer at the door and they're like, wow, this is great. And you'll have people who have no prior knowledge who get caught up in the spirit and buy for one or more of these children gifts so they have them Christmas morning. It speaks to a core thing in people. And I just love, this is only around 35 years because it's work.
Yeah.
And
every
people get it. And it's just great. And I got to say something about the governor and first lady. Mm-hmm. The program has been through, I think, over the years, 7 or 8 governors.
I think it's 8 administrations.
8 administrations. Yeah. And the Kemps have been so into this. I mean, like nobody's business. It's just absolutely been amazing. And when I go next Monday, I speak at the Lighting the State Christmas Tree. Mm-hmm. And I'll go in and visit with the governor and first lady back in his offices. And there are toys just piled up everywhere. And they fill a tractor-trailer truck, a trailer. Tractor. They fill one with toys that state employees have donated.
Yeah. It's remarkable. Clark, I got to take a break. It's Clark'sChristmasKids.com. We'll be at 3 Walmarts this Sunday, Mansell Road in Roswell. Saturday the 13th, Pleasant Hill Road in Duluth. Sunday, December 14th in Marietta, near
the Big Chicken.
There you go.
With the beak going up and down.
We're sledding uphill this year. It's going to be a tough task. 20,000 toys needed, $50 more per kid, and a record number of foster kids. But you and I are going to do it. The listeners are going to do it, my friend.
We're not. Our listeners are going
to do it. Clark, always a pleasure. I'll see you at Walmart,
buddy. Great to see you.
All right, 9:20 on the Mark Arum Show. I should mention, I believe on Sunday, December 14th. Mike Shields will be joining us at the Walmart in Marietta.
Yeah, can't wait to be there. Always a great time. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone out there. Right now, looking forward to a good morning drive as you head out the door and travel across Metro Atlanta. Unfortunately, seeing the delays grow as you leave the Mall of Georgia and Buford right now with the crash working in 2 left lanes mark on I-85 southbound right at the 985 merger. Delays start back at Buford Drive. This crash in 2 left lanes. Also a long-standing crash right in front of Six Flags over Georgia on I-20 eastbound at Riverside Parkway, exit 46. 1 right lane is blocked. Delays start at Thornton Road. This report is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries, and they've got your battery solution. Get in the zone with AutoZone. I'm Mike Shields, 95.5 WSB.
You can count on it.
You can try and plan for it.
But sometimes it gets the best of you.
Stalled Big Rig 275 southbound the outer loop at 166.
When it stops you from getting where you need to be.
Atlanta's most trusted traffic team gets you there.
You slow just east of Georgia 400.
Atlanta's most up-to-date traffic reports from local and trustworthy people.
Every time you listen. Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
It's the Love Your Home Minute from TE Certified. Hey, it's Chris Chandler with Josh, the local owner of TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. And you know him. That's him you see jumping out of the back of their trucks. Josh, something you've done recently to help you love your home.
We recently had the TE HVAC team replace our basement HVAC system with the Daikin Fit. We install a lot of HVAC brands, but the Daikin Fit is my absolute favorite. The system's about half the size of the old one, but it's 40% more efficient, and it's absolutely silent, which is super nice because this one was actually installed outside of our bedroom. It's true variable speed, which means it removes humidity, so as it runs, it actually takes humidity out of the house, and it costs us less money to operate. We install hundreds of systems in Atlanta, and this has been one of our customers' favorite. And so I had to get one in my home, and I absolutely love it.
All right, Josh, that's great. Thank you. I believe a Daikin Fit system from TE will help a lot of our listeners love their home more.
TE certified, we love your home.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL. And Matt, you have created a 20-question guide that asks the pointed and sometimes uncomfortable questions about where you stand in retirement. And you have to ask yourself, who is your guide?
That's right. Who is your guide? We sometimes think of retirement as like a mountain that you need to climb. And if you're going to ascend the mountain, it's important that you have a guide that has been there before, who has helped other people accomplish the same task. And we've seen that this is so important. There's so much value in the financial planning world. But if you don't know what's accessible, if you don't know what questions to ask, if you don't know what kind of value you should be receiving for the fees that you're paying, oftentimes you don't get it. So we created this guide to ask those questions and really point you in the direction of the type of service, the type of value that you should be receiving for the fees that you're paying if you're engaging a professional money manager or financial planner.
All right, so Matt, how can we get our hands on this 20-question guide?
We want to make it as simple as possible. So you can call us at 770-280-1488. All you have to do is tell the representative that you're looking for our 20-question guide. You can also go to our homepage, retireatlradio.com. You can send us a note there. Just let us know you're looking for the guide. We don't need your email address. You don't have to create an account. You know, it's not protected by some kind of paywall. This is something we want to provide to you for free so that you can know, am I getting value for the fees that I'm paying? It's complimentary, created by us here at the Vincent Financial Group. Again, 770-280-1488. Ask for the guide, or you can go to retireatlradio.com.
770-280-1488. or online at retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every Sunday right here on WSB.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelly Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for the Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
Will my hair really grow back?
Will you stay with me tonight, Mommy?
By giving today, you can help our kids get the care and treatment they need. Give to Children's for that. Donate today at choa.org/give.
Most critters don't hibernate, but they do get cold. That's why they're so determined to get inside your home. Scott Slade here. Breda Pest Management will send a highly trained wildlife expert to remove your critters like they were never there. Under the Breda Wildlife Guarantee, if critters return, you're covered at no additional cost. Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. BREDApest.com.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday
9:26 on the Mark Arum Show. All Christmas music till I get back from vacation in January. We did a good job, Deborah. The listeners did a good job. We just knocked out 40 toys.
Nice.
On ClarksChristmasKids.com. Donate now. It's going to be a tough task. Almost 10,000 kids in foster care and $50 more per kid this year because of inflation and tariffs and everything. So, it's tough economic times. I do not have to tell you folks that. But if you are among those 30% that are living the dream, YOLO, and have the funds and the capability to fulfill the wish list of a foster kid in Georgia for their Christmas morning, please donate online at ClarksChristmasKids.com or come and see us at those Walmarts. You've been there a bunch, Deborah. How great is that?
I know. It's always so fun. It's fun to see, like, the little kids get really into it. You know, they're like, oh, because I think they know what it's like when they get the present they want. And they, sometimes parents get it wrong. Like, I wanted this. And the kids know, no. Get this instead.
And what I love, too, is it plants the seeds. Longoria brought his daughters early on. And, if you bring your 3, 4, 5-year-old to Clark's Christmas Kids or any other charitable event, you're planting those seeds, and that generosity will grow with them as they get older. And I'm sure Clark got that seed planted probably in the womb because he is the most generous cat that I know. ClarksChristmasKids.com. News, weather, and traffic in 2. Speaking of the economy, what's the latest on the labor market? Good news or bad news? Caleb Silver from Investopedia is going to join us live. We'll go back to D.C., get the latest on the arrest of that pipe bomb suspect. So much to talk about. It's the Friday holiday edition of the Mark Arum Show.
How I'll hate going out in the storm.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner at A1 Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. Call A1 Garage Door Service, and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Hey, it's Mark Arum here. I absolutely love this time of year because it's time for the 35th annual Clark's Christmas Kids. And once again, my friends at Rocco's European Garage stepping up in a huge way. They've been loyal supporters for years, helping make sure that every child in Georgia's foster care system receives gifts on Christmas morning. So a big thank you to the team at Rocco's European Garage who are committed to making a difference. And join us in supporting Clark's Christmas Kids to help bring joy to children who deserve it this holiday season.
The end of the year is near. Still looking for a way to spread holiday cheer? Visit TommyNobisCenter.org and watch them tow your vehicle out of sight. Help place someone with disabilities in a job that's just right. When you donate your car, truck, or van to Tommy Nobis Center, you're helping people with disabilities find meaningful employment and achieve their dreams. Join us in spreading joy and creating brighter futures. Together, we can drive change this holiday season. Visit TommyNobisCenter.org to make your tax-deductible donation of cars or cash today.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Rufus. What the? Dave Baker here. Findlay Roofing, the Roof guys, and Rufus are proud to support Clark's Christmas Kids again this year. Findlay will donate $100 from every roof replacement between now and December 14th. They're committed to donate at least $15,000 to Clark's Christmas Kids. Santa is so proud, and Rufus is proud too. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
Good morning at 9:30. I'm Graham Carroll. This news brought to you by Dr. Roof. Our top local story is happening right now here in Atlanta. After delaying a vote yesterday, a CDC advisory committee is back in discussions at CDC headquarters, and they're hoping to hold a vote later this morning.
It was confusion over the voting language that delayed a vote for the second time on the hepatitis B vaccine for infants. The panel considering a recommendation of delaying the vaccine unless a mother tests positive, and the discussion became heated at times.
Thank you, Dr. Goldman.
Liaison time.
I understand that there's tensions here.
If the panel votes to change the vaccine schedule, it would be a major public health shift dating back more than 30 years. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
An adult is facing charges after bringing a weapon to a Cobb County middle school. The gun discovered in a restroom during a 6th grade evening performance at Durham Middle School in Ackworth. Police say the adult did come forward and confirm the gun was brought to the school accidentally. A Cobb District spokesperson says no students were ever in any danger. 3 DeKalb County firefighters are injured in an overnight fire truck wreck.
That happened as the crew responded to an emergency along Rockbridge Road. A DeKalb County fire spokesperson says all 3 were taken to the hospital with various injuries. 2 have since been released, but a third remains in the hospital with injuries to the lower extremities. No other vehicles were involved. No word on what caused that accident. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
We are learning more details about what led the FBI to arrest a man accused of placing pipe bombs outside the Republican and Democratic National Parties hours before the January 6th riots.
They were able to triangulate some cell phone data to show that a phone used by him was moving along the route where the bombs were placed the day that they were placed. They have a photograph of a vehicle that matches a vehicle used by him that was in the vicinity the night that the bombs were placed.
Pierre Thomas reports 30-year-old Brian Cole of Virginia is facing explosive charges. Investigators are still trying to figure out a motive. The man accused of planning to carry out a mass shooting at Atlanta's airport will undergo a mental health evaluation.
Defense attorneys for Billy Joe Cagle say their client has a history of mental health issues, and understanding them is essential to ensuring that he has a fair trial. Attorney Preston Halliburton.
We take the allegations against Mr. Cagle very seriously, but we also take due process very seriously. Part of due process is a complete and full mental health evaluation.
The evaluation will determine whether Cagle is competent to stand trial. His lawyers want him moved to a mental health facility. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
New this morning, Netflix reaching an agreement to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery's studio and streaming assets in a deal worth $72 billion. The merger would unite 2 powerhouses in film and television into a single company. Warner's holdings include HBO Max, DC Studios, and its flagship film and TV operations, while Netflix has become the dominant force in global streaming. A moratorium for data center applications remains in place in Coweta County for now. With an existing moratorium set to expire, the County Commission extending the policy to allow time for more public feedback on how to proceed with the ever-growing demand for data centers. The panel will revisit the matter later this month. It is 9:33 and it's time for a check of traffic and weather. Mike Shields is live in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Hey, Graham, watching a crash impacting you as you leave Buford into Swanee this morning on I-85 southbound as you approach 985. The 2 left lanes have been blocked with that crash, so delays forming as you leave the Mall of Georgia. Maybe not worth a wide way around it just yet, but you always have 985, or you can work your way from Rock Springs Road to Old Peachtree as an alternate around that. Long-standing crash clearing to the right shoulder in front of Six Flags over Georgia. I-20 eastbound at Riverside Parkway. Still sluggish 2 miles back starting at Thornton Road, exit 44. I'm Mike Shields, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Epwards. Cloudy skies with light rain showers and areas of drizzle for today. Staying cold with highs in the mid-40s. Not much of a temperature change for tonight as the rain moves out. Tomorrow drying out, high near 50. A little bit more sunshine for Sunday with highs in the low 50s.
It is 44 degrees in Lithonia, 44 degrees in Union City, and 44 degrees in Midtown Atlanta at 9:34. More news at 10 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
The news of the day through the eyes of Eric Von Hessler.
The way you should live your life is look at the way they're doing it at D.C. and then just run.
If it's on your mind, it's on his.
Other people are getting away with it, so you should get away with it.
Eric Von Hessler. Today at 3.
Well, your best day ever would have been a Tuesday. Who knows?
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
We are ready to continue
uninterrupted shipments of fuel for the
That's Vladimir Putin's translator. Vlad's in India. That's a story worth monitoring. What is going on right now in the labor market, though? Caleb Silver from Investopedia live in 2 minutes on the Mark Arum Show.
Spend your time with those who matter most this holiday season and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, and the best part, there is no stress. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Go to markspain.com and start packing.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com. If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-458-1375. That's 800-458-1375.
9:37, 45 chilly degrees in Midtown. Welcome back to the Mark Arum Show. Coming up in 30 minutes, live to D.C. The latest on the pipe bomb suspect that was arrested yesterday in Northern Virginia. 10:35. Bill Crane's going to join us live, political analyst, and break down the runoff races here in Georgia and the results therein. Oh, in between that, Deborah, you have tickets to give away. Final day of
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
We'll be giving those away around 10:17, so hang out here on the Mark Arum Show. Great stuff from Clark Howard, Clark's Christmas Kids. You can donate online at clarkschristmaskids.com. And I mentioned, Deborah, it's going to be an uphill slog this year for Clark's Christmas Kids, trying to get all of the Christmas gifts for the kids in foster care here in Georgia because of the economy, inflation, a lot of folks, living paycheck to paycheck, and a lot of folks wondering if they're going to have a job on December 25th. Joining us live from Investopedia, our good friend Caleb Silver. Caleb, good morning. As always, thanks for your time.
Good to be with you.
I know, you follow the job market closer than me, and I follow it pretty closely. But right now, we're kind of in this weird, Bermuda Triangle of not getting jobs data. Sort through the mess. Can we get any indication of what the labor market's looking like right now?
Yeah, well, the data we're getting from the government, from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, is still delayed. We're not going to get the November jobs report until December 16th. It should have come out today, and we never got an October jobs report. The last one we got was from September. That was like summertime, and that showed there were job increases over 100,000, but the unemployment rate creeping up to 4.4%. Well, we're getting private payroll data from companies like ADP, which does a lot of private payroll processing, and that showed 32,000 jobs lost last month. And a lot of those job losses came from small businesses. Similarly, we're getting other data from Challenger Gray & Christmas, which tracked layoffs. We've had over 1.1 million layoffs this year. So the labor market is not in great shape as we head into the home stretch of 2020-25.
A lot to unpack there. Let's start with that October jobs report. So is that just never going to be released?
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see it, or we'll ever see it in full detail, because the government was shut down, which meant the Labor Department was not able to call up households and businesses to conduct their survey that they do every month in the first 2 weeks of every month, which was kind of an inexact science to begin with.
Sure.
When you think about the way the labor market's evolved. So the private payrolls data from companies like ADP is very insightful, because they are actually processing paychecks. They know when companies are hiring and firing.
Is that, I mean, on Investopedia, I know you've got resources and data. Is that unprecedented that we just won't get a monthly job report from the government?
Yeah, it's been a while since that's happened. I don't know if that's ever actually happened on a month-in, month-out basis, but it's rare to not get that. And the data we've been getting anyway from the government seems a little incomplete, given everything and the dynamism in the economy right now. We got an inflation report for the month of September a few weeks back, and that showed inflation creeping up 0.3%. But everybody knows everything just feels like it's costing more lately. The grocery store, obviously, but health insurance, pretty much everywhere we spend money. Even gas prices have been creeping up lately. So inflation's creeping higher. It's not where it was back in 2021 or 2022, but it is starting to creep higher, and so is the unemployment rate. Not a great sign when you think about the fact that that's going to cause a pullback in spending, and spending is what's been driving this economy forward.
We always, I don't have to tell you, we always get revisions, right, when the government puts out those jobs report, and we'll revise up or down, a couple months later. Historically, because we had that ADP data released the other day, is ADP, pretty much, a more reliable source of the labor market than the government and their revisions?
Yeah, I find it to be so, because they do process the actual paychecks for so many companies, and they started a weekly survey as well. So they're getting even more dialed in on what's actually happening in the labor market. Again, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and they've been doing a good job given the resources they have been surveying companies and households for the last 50 years, kind of the same way. Phone calls, emails, well, not emails 50 years ago, but phone calls and emails today to find out who's hiring, who's firing, how long you've been laid off, and then extrapolating the data into the percentage or the total amount of job gains or losses. That feels inexact given the way companies work these days.
Caleb Silver from Investopedia joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. So you mentioned over 1 million layoffs from American companies, which is a big number. Why hasn't the unemployment rate jumped up then? I mean, it's still pretty historically low, around 4.3, 4.5%.
Yeah, it's around 4.4 now, and it's creeping higher. That's because less people who are out of work are looking for work, and that could be due to the immigration situation, less people in the workforce, a slower and lower labor force participation rate. Also, the fact that some people may have been furloughed, so they're not exactly unemployed. They're waiting to get back to work. That's government employees or government contractors that were impacted by the government shutdown. So you have those two things weighing on each other at the same time. But really, just talk about what's happening inside big companies like UPS, like Verizon, even the Metas of the world, and in the media space. There have been layoffs, and there'll probably be more. And this ADP private payrolls report showed that small businesses, those with 50 employees or fewer, were hiring less, in fact, letting go of workers, and they employ the small businesses, most of the people in this country.
I'm going to take a big leap here from the labor market to the Fed, Caleb. Bear with me. With these job numbers, the million layoffs, we're not getting the data. Traditionally, when the job market softens, the Fed is more likely to drop interest rates. Is that correct? And could we see more drops from the Fed now?
Yeah, the Fed meets next week. It's the final meeting of the year, and it is likely, if you look at the Fed funds rate, which is something we track to see where investors are betting interest rates are headed, there is a very good chance, 90%, that the Fed will cut rates again, a quarter point, just another baby cut, the last one of the year. But then 2026, we'll probably see a couple of more cuts. We're going to see a much more what we call dovish Federal Reserve. The Fed's job, make sure we're at full employment, maximum employment, that's around 3.5% to 4%, and make sure that inflation remains tame. Right now, unemployment's creeping up and inflation's creeping up, so a little baby cut would probably be in order at this meeting this week.
Caleb Silver, editor-in-chief of Investopedia, an invaluable resource. Caleb, as always, thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure.
There you go. Breaking it down for us. I can't. That's remarkable. We're not going to get the October jobs report at all. What happens if Longoria didn't turn in his October TPS reports to Chris Crawford? Right? He would be. Yeah, I'd be out of here. Be hovering over your shoulder. like he does every day, just waiting for those October TPS reports. All right, speaking of the economy, correspondent Rory O'Neill joining us on the Mark Arum Show. Rory, a lot of folks off the busiest Thanksgiving holiday travel season ever, were pleasantly surprised when they're filling up their gas tanks. Gas prices below $3 in some instances. What's going on with the price of gasoline here in the United States, and what does it mean overall?
Yeah, for the first time in 4 years, the national average for a gallon of gas is below $3 a gallon. You know, the numbers in California typically and Washington State's another one, typically make it hard to break that barrier. But for the first time since 2021, the average cost of a gallon of gas is under $3, and it's a lot less in Georgia in particular.
Now, I think that $3 mark, getting below that is, even if it's $2.99, it might not mean a lot, long term, right. But psychologically, right, when we see, it's under $3, we as consumers get pretty excited.
Well, right, and I always say it's because it's a price we see 20 times driving to and from work every day, even though we probably only buy gas once a week. So we're always, you go by and say, it was $3.09 last week. It's $3.03, maybe next time. So we see those prices all the time without ever really buying the stuff, and then until we do. But so we're all of us are bombarded with gas prices every day.
Do we know what the price drop is? Is it supply and demand? Are we pumping more oil? Are we importing more oil? Why the drop below $3 in some areas?
Yeah. So demand globally is flat. Oil prices, before the refined stuff, oil prices are hovering around $60. So it's a little bit weak right now on the global economy. Here in the U.S., it also gets a bit cheaper this time of year. The winter formulation is cheaper for the refineries to manufacture. So a few different things coming together to bring these prices down. But, as I said, $3 is the average, or just $2.99. But in Texas, you're at $2.46 a gallon, $2.45 in Colorado, $2.60 in Wisconsin. Even though Georgia's averaging about $2.79, there are a lot of states with a lot cheaper gas out there.
Yeah, we will certainly take that. Correspondent Rory O'Neill joining us on the Mark Arum Show. Speaking of filling up our tanks, new survey out revealing how and where Americans are going to travel in 2026. Where are we going next year?
Yeah, this is looking more at our international travel from the Points Guy. They're doing their travel trends outlook for 2026 and showing that we still want to travel. We've got the travel bug coming out of COVID. Apparently it's stuck. So, but we are changing things a bit. Maybe you got Paris and Rome off your bucket list and said, all right, I'm not traveling with those kinds of crowds ever again. So we're looking at alternate destinations, some of the cities that may not be those top-of-line hotspots. And we're also changing when we travel because money's a concern. So you've got the crowds you're sick of, but then things are a bit more expensive, especially travel to Europe for Americans. The dollar is about 10% weaker than it was a year ago, which doesn't sound like much. But if this trip is costing you, say, $5,000, that's suddenly $500. Wait a minute now. Oh, yeah, that's enough.
Rory, I will give you star of the show right now if you can guess the 2 international destinations I will be going to in 2026.
Did I already say Paris and Rome?
Neither. I'm not going to Europe. There's a hint.
Oh, all right. And international destinations in 26. Something warm water then. Maybe Aruba and Jamaica.
I would not mind either of those. The answer is Peru and Japan, in case you were wondering at home.
Ooh, nice. I have not been to Peru. I've been to Japan. Fantastic place.
Yeah, this will be my first venture to Peru. Rory, great stuff as always. Have a wonderful weekend, my friend.
Thanks, Mark. Talk to you next week.
9:48 in the morning. I think that's breaking news. I don't think I said that in the air that Maya and I are going to Peru next year, Deborah.
That'll be fun.
Machu Picchu.
That's you'll. Ooh,
I
you
know.
Gonna be ready for that?
Believe me, we've had in-depth discussions on hikes and lengths.
I was going to say you got to start training.
Yeah, it'll be a physically demanding vacation, but I'm pretty
excited.
That'll
be cool.
Yeah.
You'll love that with all of your ancient history stuff that
exactly.
you love. Yeah, you'll love that.
I might not come back, and I'm a big fan of Peruvian food. I'm also a big fan of traffic. No, I don't really like traffic, but I did it for so long. I guess there was a fandom there. Let's get the latest on the roadways, live with the very latest. Here's Mike Shields.
Yeah, Mark, watching a crash still impacting you as you leave the Mall of Georgia, I-85 southbound, right before 985. Crash in 2 left lanes. Also, vehicles on the right shoulder. Georgia State Patrol, Anquinette Fire, all with this crash, and delays now start back before Buford Drive. So be aware of that as you leave Brazelton into Buford, trying to get into Swanee this morning. Crash on the the downtown connector, 75-85 southbound at 10th Street has a lane blocked and delays back to 75 and 85 at the Brookwood Split. The support is brought to you by the Georgia Lottery. Hey, Georgia, remember you can play Georgia Lottery games from almost anywhere on any device. Go to galottery.com and click on DigiGames. I'm Mike Shields, 95.5 WSB.
When we came up with the idea for Clark's Christmas Kids 35 years ago, I told myself we were going to help every foster child across the state. But we need your help. To find out how you can make a child's Christmas wishes come true, visit WSBRadio.com.
A special thanks to our friends at Scana Energy, Rocco's European Garage, and Finlay Roofing for their continued support of Clark's Christmas Kids.
Imagine all that could change in 5 years. Jobs could change, kids will grow, new memes, of course, going to come out. But also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price did not change for 5 long years? Hey, it's Mark Arum here. Thanks to Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Wi-Fi from Xfinity in the Arum household for now and the next 5 years for the same price. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices and no one battling for bandwidth. All of this coming with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Online, all the information at Xfinity.com, Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you. All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-352-9239. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-352-9239. 800-352-9239.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening?
in the land.
This would be probably my Christmas karaoke song. I think I know this song lyrically the best of all the Christmas songs.
I've heard you sing before.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'd be good, Deborah. So
I just remember the last time we sang.
9:54 on the Mark Aram Show. Clark's Christmas Kids kicks off this Sunday at the Walmart on Mansell Road up in Roswell. Donate online now at clarkschristmaskids.com. Ooh, we've been knocking out the Christmas gift list. Gifts still needed, 20,006. That was like, we've knocked out like 400 gifts so far this morning. So keep giving. clarkschristmaskids.com. Speaking of giving, we have totals on Giving Tuesday. Obviously, everyone should donate on Giving Tuesday, yada, yada, yada. How much was donated by generous Americans on this Giving Tuesday, Deborah?
This was a surprise to a lot because of the amount of people were spending on Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that stuff. But Americans donated about $4 billion to nonprofits just on Giving Tuesday, which is up from 3.6 of last year. And volunteering also increased with 11 million people volunteering for Giving Tuesday.
I should have waited to buy all my Girl Scout treats that were just delivered, my English butter toffee. By the way, they sell more than cookies, Girl Scouts.
Yeah, they do.
I got pralines. Vinny got the fruit slices.
Vinny loved those fruit slices.
I should have done it on Tuesday, on a Giving Tuesday. And that way we could have added to that $4 billion total. But that's remarkable. Good job. But now here's the thing. You remember that the Dell family? I think that was their name. They donated $2.5 billion to the Trump.
Yeah, for the kids' funds.
They did that on Monday.
Cyber Monday?
Yeah, it was a jerk move. Waited till Tuesday.
Maybe they announced it on Cyber Monday, but like the funds went through on Giving Tuesday.
Well, then that lessens the $4 billion we donated if 2.5 was coming from one couple. This is not good news. 1 in 4 Americans are now punting health insurance, which means they're getting sticker shock or they're losing their ACA benefits. So now 1 in 4 Americans decided, hey, I'm going to forego health insurance.
Yeah, so we've kind of talked about how the Affordable Care Act was going to undergo a lot of changes, and we all just had open enrollment here, and mine went up a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah,
I was
same.
surprised, that I was able to handle it as well. But Affordable Care Act is going to go up a lot, so people that are trying to do this open enrollment right now are really surprised at how much they have to pay, and a lot of them are thinking, I'm just not going to have insurance at all, or they're looking to find maybe something outside of the Affordable Care Act, which kind of defeats the whole point of what it was created for. But yeah, a lot of people are surprised at how much it's almost doubled for a lot of people.
Well, I think, it's important to have health insurance. But if you have a family, that's not the priority for you, probably. You want a roof over your head. You want to be able to feed your family. You want to be able to keep the heat on. You got to pay your car insurance and fill the tank to get to work, or else you don't
electricity and daycare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I get it, especially if the insurance premiums have skyrocketed. That 1 in 4 Americans, that's a big number. 1 in 4 Americans are saying no thanks to health insurance. Longo, remember the Seinfeld episode, the Three Tenors with Bob Cobb, Whoa.
Yes, I do.
It was the other guy, right? It was Pavarotti and Luciano and the other guy. Well, it's the other guy's birthday today. Jose Carreras turned 79. That was him performing Ave Maria. Speaking of Seinfeld, coming up at 11:05, his first acting gig ever was in an episode of Seinfeld. He's gone on to have a remarkable career as an actor, producer, comedian. Patton Oswalt is going to join us live on the Mark Aram Show. Very excited for that. All right, when we come back after news, weather, and traffic, live to D.C., Olivia Rinaldi, the latest on the pipe bomb suspect. And Deborah's got tickets to give away to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra. All of that straight ahead on the Mark Aram Show.
Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
The Georgia Spa Company just did something you don't want to miss. They've extended their Black Friday sale through Sunday. That means the biggest savings of the year? Well, they're still happening. If you've been waiting to upgrade your health, your recovery, your downtime, your relaxation, now's your chance. Hot tubs to melt the stress away, swim spas for fitness without the gym, saunas and cold plunges to help you feel better, sleep better, live better. Don't let the extended Black Friday sale at Georgia Spa Company slip past you. Go to georgiaspacompany.com to find the closest location.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car to
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
2 homes, same street, same layout, but one had an orchard sign and sold for a whole lot more. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler, and here's why that matters. The first seller went the traditional route. Weeks of showings, price drops, frustration. In the end, they settled for less. The second seller chose Orchard and got ahead. Their agent knew what buyers wanted, made smart upgrades, and marketed the home like a pro. It sold fast and for top dollar. And here's the kicker. With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, that seller had already moved into their new place before the old one even hit the market. No last-minute cleanings, no strangers walking through during dinner, no stress. You're not stuck. You don't have to wait. You can move now and still sell for more. Start your free home valuation today at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hi there, good morning. It is 10 o'clock. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air. We're going to start with this. In Coweta County this morning, the sheriff's office is investigating after 2 bodies were found at a home there.
A suspect who remained at the home in the 100 block of Little Road in Sharpsburg is taken into custody. Coweta County deputies responded to the residents after a 911 call. The sheriff's office says it remains an active and ongoing investigation. The GBI has joined the investigation, but so far it's not known what led to the deaths.
And WSB Cheryl Castro reports the Coweta County Sheriff's Office says it plans to release more information later today. We'll be watching that for you. Your weather, cloudy, scattered rain showers today. It's going to be cold, not getting out of the 40s, says WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. She'll have Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast straight ahead. Happening right now, an advisory committee on immunization practices is back at it at CDC headquarters this morning, discussing and possibly voting on the hepatitis B vaccine for infants. Dr. Tara Narula watching the decision.
This is a very important discussion, and I think concerning for a lot of individuals. 117 countries internationally do give the hepatitis B vaccine at birth. And there's no new data or research that is really pushing this forward. It is a re-examination of old research.
And the committee is expected to vote on 2 proposals, including a recommendation that only infants born to mothers who test positive for hepatitis B get the vaccine. For most other children, parents, after talking with their health care provider, should decide when to give the series of shots. It's advised that parents who elect to delay vaccination offer the first dose no sooner than 2 months of age. The panel did remove a vote that would have specifically supported vaccination of infants whose mother's hepatitis B status is unknown. Check back for updates on this story. Well, a small part is causing some big problems for a Ford SUV.
It's a cover on a hinge on the rear liftgate of Ford Escapes, particularly 2020 to 22 and 2025 models. They're being recalled because that cover can fly off while driving. Nobody's been hurt, but there have been more than 1,800 warranty claims.
And Jeff Gilbert says owners will get recall instructions in early January. Netflix buying Warner Brothers Discovery in a cash and stock deal worth nearly $83 billion. Netflix CFO Spence Newman says the deal is going to be good for shareholders.
This deal gives us more tools to innovate and grow. We're confident it will help drive long-term value for our shareholders for years and years and decades to come.
And this is the largest entertainment industry deal since Disney acquired 20th Century Fox for $71 billion back in 2019. According to new data just released this morning by the National Retail Federation on Small Business Saturday, nearly 63 million Americans shopped in-store. That is a nearly 3% increase over last year. Its projected spending will surpass $1 trillion for the first time ever this Christmas season, with expected growth between 3.7 to more than 4% over last year, reinforcing expectations that small businesses will end the year on a high note. Let's take a look at the markets. The Dow right now is up 218 at 48,069, so the Dow is up almost 0.5%. Same is true for NASDAQ and S&P. It's time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. We start in the WSB 24-hour traffic center. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Sabrina. Over in Midtown, you got a crash we're still dealing with. 7585 southbound at 10th Street. That's exit 250. Still knocking out 2 center lanes. That's right by Georgia Tech. You got delays as far back as 7585, the split. That's Brookwood split. Elsewhere, over in the west side perimeter, you got a crash I-20 eastbound at I-285. That's in Fulton County. That's taking out 1 left lane as you approach West Atlanta. And some good news out of Swanee. That crash I-85 southbound just past Buford Drive. Exit 115, that crash is now cleared and delays are improving. Chip Canales, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies with drizzle and light rain showers moving through. High 45, lows tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow mostly cloudy, drying out, high near 50. A little bit of sunshine for Sunday with a high of 52.
It is 44 degrees right now in Woodstock and Marietta. Doraville has 45 degrees. We'll have more news at 10:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Welcome back to the show and a good Friday morning to you. Mark Aram here, you there. It's 10:04, 4 minutes after 10 o'clock. This is the Mark Aram Show, live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon on 95.5 WSB. The whole gang with us today. Deborah, executive producer of the program. Longoria, the stoic Eskimo on the other side of the takeout window. Down south, Vinny. Screened your calls. Coming up in about 12 minutes, Deborah's got tickets to give away to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra. 10:35, political analyst Bill Crane joins us live. And 11:05, I'm really excited, Patton Oswalt is going to join us live on the broadcast. He is in town this weekend performing his stand-up. Very excited to have Mr. Oswalt on. Right now, continue our team coverage of the news that broke yesterday during the show. An arrest in the suspected pipe bomber, January 5th, 2021. Covering the story and joining us live from D.C., CBS News, Olivia Rinaldi. Olivia, good morning. As always, thanks for your time.
Hi, good morning. It's good to be with you.
I sat through that press conference yesterday. I don't know if you were there or if you were watching it. Not a lot of info. There was a lot of congratulatory speak, but we didn't get much info about the suspect. Do we know more this morning about the man that was arrested?
Well, we're expecting to see him in court at some point today. So that'll be the first time we really see this individual, Brian Cole Jr. of Northern Virginia, in court for these allegations that he was the pipe bomber on January 6th, the individual who placed pipe bombs at the DNC and RNC headquarters that were discovered right before that mob got to the Capitol, which really frazzled police officers and created a big issue that day, and then a subsequent 5-year-long investigation that in the last several weeks we're told ramped up, where they identified this individual and then descended on his home in Northern Virginia early yesterday morning to arrest him. But you're right. We saw that press conference that featured all of the top brass at the DOJ, all the way from the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, to the Director of the FBI, Kash Patel, Judge Jeanine Pirro, and Deputy Director of the FBI, Dan Bongino. But none of them seem to have an answer for exactly what motivated this individual. And this story has really gathered a lot of conspiracy theorists into thinking that it was an inside job. At one point, Glenn Beck had, or someone had blamed a Capitol police officer for planting them. But it turns out none of that was true. The FBI pursued this individual. They have arrested him. He'll appear in court. And we're hoping to get some indication of what motivated him. And we have not seen any answers about that from the Justice Department. Perhaps they're saving that for the trial, for the case. But it's very bizarre to not get at least somewhat of a readout more of this individual, what motivated him, what he was planning to do that day. And it is hard for this administration to square this story with their actions with the January 6th individuals who were prosecuted and in prison after President Trump pardoned them on his first day in office in January.
That's a good
this
point.
Is going to be so this hearing today is going to be very interesting to see what federal prosecutors allege was the motivation behind this, the planning behind it, And I want to know more about the investigation and what they knew. They said there were no new tips that came in.
Yeah, well, that was going to be my next question, Olivia.
Yeah.
So in that press conference, again, details were scant. We heard from everybody, as you mentioned, but the only revelation that I took away was it was because before we got the press conference, we were just, throwing out hypotheses like, oh, maybe someone flipped, they got a new tip, and
Right.
this led to it. But they said there were no new tips that led to this arrest. It was just pouring over cell phone data, et cetera. That was the one thing that stood out to me in the press conference yesterday.
Yeah, they said they combed through about 3 million pieces of data related to this investigation. And they had essentially, they said, revived this case after it kind of went cold following the investigation during the Biden administration. What's fascinating to me is that the investigation and subsequent prosecution of all the individuals involved with January 6th was the largest investigation that the Justice Department of the United States of America has ever taken on. There were thousands of people who were investigated, hundreds were charged, more still outstanding up until the point that they shuttered those investigations when Trump came into office. But this was a massive undertaking by this Justice Department, and yet this pipe bomber appeared to be elusive to them for those 5 years up until the Trump administration came in and seemingly directed a lot of resources at it. Prior to becoming the deputy director of the FBI, Dan Bongino was one of those individuals who had been sharing theories about who the pipe bomber could be, perhaps if it was an inside job. So one of their top priorities was figuring out who this person was. And it seems like after they revived that case and combed over what they already knew, they were able to place it together. The thing I find fascinating is that this individual was less than an hour away from Washington, D.C., less than 30 miles away, and has been there. We assume he's been there for the last 5 years. We know he lives at home with his parents, and it's not very far from D.C. So all just very, very fascinating. I can't wait to know more about this investigation, how they found this person.
Indeed. Olivia Rinaldi from CBS News joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. Again, the man arrested, Brian Cole Jr., 30 years old, described as a recluse, lived with his parents. Now that we have an ID of the suspect, Olivia, do we know if he has any sort of a criminal past or criminal background or run-ins with the law?
We don't quite know that just yet, at least to my knowledge. I don't think CBS News has been able to report any of that information out just yet. Again, we should know more about his history and who he was. Oddly enough, I went to high school nearby him, and he lives pretty close to where my parents live. And so when I saw the high school that he went to, he was in the same class as my older brother.
Wow.
And I asked a bunch of people, who I went to high school with and nearby and that my brother knew, if they knew who this person was, and they said no. And granted, it's a big high school. It's a big county, Prince William County in Northern Virginia, but still, you would think someone would know him. But I have not been able to find any connection to this individual who was nearby in my grade and who went to school close by. And so a recluse, it seems he was. But I'll be interested to find out, what his perhaps social media accounts were saying leading up to 2020, to the election, during COVID, during the Black Lives Matter protest that summer. All these things are very informative and create a profile of this person and perhaps what they were in pursuit of, again, to that motivation that we've been talking about of just why and how this person figured out how to make a pipe bomb, 2 of them, that were, I believe, live and placed near both headquarters of both parties.
Final question for you, Olivia, since you're from the area. How far is it from the suspect's home to, say, the RNC? Like, is it a quick drive for him?
It's about 45 minutes.
Wow.
If he placed it in the morning of January 6th, I'm thinking back to that day, and, he had to go pretty early in the morning. Not a lot of traffic on 95 at that point, I assume, and it's probably about 45 minutes, maybe an hour that he would have to drive.
All right, we'll await more information. Olivia Rinaldi, fantastic stuff as always. Have a great weekend, my friend.
Thank you. You too.
There you go, Olivia Rinaldi from Deborah, we were thinking yesterday, we were previewing this FBI press conference. Like, what was the tip? We talked to the crime and justice reporter from ABC yesterday, Brad Garrett, And he and I were in agreement, like they must have gotten new information or someone flipped. It was like, hey, don't arrest me. I know who the pipe bomber is. But, at the press conference yesterday, and holy smokes, man, that was the most painful press conference to watch. Did you watch any of it?
No,
I watched
I
the
didn't get a
whole.
chance.
Did we cover it live? Were you on the board yesterday, Longoria? Were you on the board? Did we carry the press conference live yesterday?
Oh, you mean after the show? I was not on the board. No.
Oh, I hope we didn't. Because I was at home
I don't think we did.
There was zero information. And everyone was happy and congratulated. Oh, what great inner office. And the FBI is great and the Justice Department. Like, it was all right, but zero information. The only information we got was no new tips. We combed over cell phone data and, receipts. Apparently, he bought the ingredients for the pipe bomb at a Home Depot type place. I don't know. But I was just sitting there waiting for information. And then they took a couple of questions at the end. I'm like, all right, we're going to get some. And Dan Bongino is really the only one that answered any questions. I will give him credit. But Olivia mentioned that Bongino, before he was the associate director of the FBI or assistant director of the FBI, he was a podcaster. And he was on Fox News, and he was pushing these conspiracy theories when it came to the pipe bombs. Like, oh, this was an inside job, et cetera, et cetera. And then the Blaze and Glenn Beck were like, oh, it was a female CIA officer. She had we analyzed the gait of the suspect. And we're 95% sure it's this woman. How they got her gait, I don't know. But like and Bongino's like, no, it's not. So this just popped in from CNN. During interviews with the FBI, the suspect arrested in the pipe bomb probe told investigators that he believed the 2020 election was stolen, providing perhaps the first indication of a possible motive for the bombs placed near the DNC and RNC headquarters, people briefed on the matter said. So I don't know if that goes to a motive or not. Not that. Did you see his picture, Deborah?
I saw the photo.
Not the dude I was expecting to get arrested
No,
for
not
this.
at all.
Yeah. Again, 30-year-old recluse lived with his parents. Vinny's a 25-year-old recluse that lives with his parents. Should we be monitoring
Vince isn't a recluse.
Vinny's no, he's definitely not a recluse. But a crazy story. So court appearance today. Hopefully we'll get more information on that. Big story also yesterday. This is probably bigger, at least an impact on everyone listening, than the pipe bomb arrest, was the Supreme Court allowing a newly drawn congressional map to take effect in Texas. Loyola law professor Lori Levinson explains the ruling's impact.
Technically, this is just a preliminary decision by the Supreme Court, but it's the one that's going to be in effect as the midterm elections happen. And it means that Texas is likely to get additional Republican House members, given the way the new districts are drawn. This has set off a nationwide redistricting battle with states like California redistricting to get more seats for the Democrats.
Big win for President Trump and Speaker Johnson handed down from the Supreme Court yesterday. They think, back of the envelope math, that Texas will gain 5 red seats because of this redistricting. But the way I took it was, A, it was a big win for the Trump administration and Speaker Mike Johnson, but B, it's now the wild, wild west when it comes to gerrymandering and redistricting. You don't have to wait 10. You could do it every 3 months if you want. The way I read what the Supreme Court said yesterday. So definitely a game changer when it comes to the political world. We will bring that up with political analyst Bill Crane when he joins us live at 10:35. All right, before we check traffic, when we come back, CDC issuing a rabies warning. And there's a vote going on at the CDC right now concerning vaccinations. We'll update that. First, let's give away some tickets, Deborah, at 10:17 on The Mark Arum Show.
Tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra, The Ghost of Christmas Eve, The Best of TSO, and more at Gas South Arena on December 14th.
All right, there are 26 fruit slices left in this bucket that Vinny spit out. Well, not a fan of the fruit slices. So, Vinny, we're going to do...
It is not that many.
All right, 18. There's at least 18. 18th caller to 404-872-0750. 18th caller to 404-872-0750. In honor of Vinny's beloved fruit slices, you'll win a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra, courtesy of the Mark Arum Show and WSB. 18th caller to 404-872-0750. Time to check the roads now on the Mark Aram Show. Let's say hello and good morning to Chip Canales.
Gotta love those fruit slices. Good morning, Mark. Over in Midtown, you're still dealing with a stalled vehicle, 7585 southbound at 10th Street. That's exit 250. That's still blocking out 3 right lanes. It's a flatbed truck there. As you're rolling by Georgia Tech, you got delays as far back as the 7585 split. Elsewhere, leaving Sandy Springs, you're still dealing with a crash. I-285 westbound, the outer loop near New Northside Drive. That's exit 22. That's taking out 1 right lane as you approach I-75 and the ballpark. This report is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Hey, Georgia, remember you can play Georgia Lottery games from almost anywhere on any device. Go to galottery.com and click on DigiGames. Chip Canales, 95.5 WSB.
WSB is your home of the dogs.
When you're Georgia and Alabama, you're going to get everybody's best.
Number 3, Georgia. Number 9, Alabama. The SEC Championship game.
It's not picked by committee. It was on the field.
Pregame begins at noon tomorrow. Kickoff is set for 4.
I earned the opportunity to play in this game. This was not given.
Only on your home of the dogs, 95.5 WSB. Brought to you in part by Hoffman Financial Group, official partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers with my dad, Mike. And Dad, how do you know you've got the right gift before you give it?
You get it at D. Geller & Son. We've been helping Atlanta get it right since 1939 with real jewelry experts to walk you through Atlanta's best selection.
Whether it's silver and diamond stocking stuffers for $95, diamond hoops for $13.95, or one-of-a-kind showstoppers.
For the best selection, best quality, and best value.
Trust D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Zerorez Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning is bringing the gift of clean this season with our holiday sale. Schedule today and get carpet cleanings at just $40 per room. Plus, when you schedule 3 rooms or more, add a flight of stairs for just $1. Using our non-toxic ZR water, Zerorez cleans better than soaps and leaves 0 residue behind. Hurry, appointments are filling fast, so mention WSB Radio to get your cleaning at just $40 per room. Schedule online at zeroresatlanta.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you. All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-352-9239. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-352-9239. 800-352-9239.
I love companies who respect my time. NG Turf is a family-owned company that delivers fresh, locally grown sod on your time, including Saturdays and without any fees. Sod is harvested from their farms around Atlanta and delivered fresh on their own trucks, direct to homeowners. ngturf.com.
During the holidays, there's a lot of coming and going. With loved ones spreading cheer, your garage and entry doors will be working overtime. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Merry Christmas. Thank you for choosing All Four Seasons to cover every entry point in your home. Garage doors, entry doors, and windows. We're proud to be a local, family-owned company built on honesty and customer service. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
Because we have lawyers in all 50 states, I see lots of lawyers' ads. Most seem to be bragging on results, but are they true or misleading? For example, in some cases, a firm may try a case even though the at-fault party has no lawyer, then brag in the ad about their results. My son Matt got one for nearly $50 million, but we never collected one dime. Some lawyers may say they got a result even though they were sitting second chair at a firm like mine, and even though they had little to do with it. Happens all the time. All that glitters is not gold. At Morgan & Morgan, our results are real. Visit forthepeople.com and go to Settlements and Verdicts to see for yourself what your case may be worth before you hire a law firm. Do your homework. Fact check. It's easy and too important not to. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Findlay Roofing, the roof guys, are proud to support Clark's Christmas Kids again this year. Findlay will donate at least $15,000 to Clark's Christmas Kids. Time to replace your roof? Please think of Findlay first. FindlayRoofing.com.
Roof, roof. Melikilikimaka is a thing to say on a bright
Don Ho.
Christmas day.
No?
No, it's Bing Crosby.
Also, he's the American Bing. Don Ho.
You don't think of a Christmas Vacation when you hear
this?
this?
Absolutely, absolutely. Welcome back to the Mark Arum Show, 10:24. Deborah, before I get to the CDC meeting going on right now, CDC issuing a rabies warning, not for the United States, but if folks are traveling outside of the United States. Apparently, rabies is rampant in a couple of international hotspots.
Yeah, they're issuing a warning if you were traveling to India or Haiti. There's been some cases of rabies reported there, and apparently there's also been some counterfeit vaccines in Haiti, which you know, when you hear about rabies, the first thing you hear is like, I got to go get shots, right? So if you have been in India or Haiti and you're coming back and you don't feel well, they just tell you to go see a health professional right away.
All right, India, Haiti.
That's it.
Watch out for rabies. All right, let's go to the CDC. Meg Terrell from CNN. We've been waiting for this vote on vaccination suggestions. Meg, what can you tell us?
So we are expecting to be minutes away from that vote if it actually happens. But that clip you played there, that was a disagreement among two of the members on the committee. And so there is still a lot of disagreement among even the internal members on this committee of what the language should be that they're voting on. And that's in addition to the implorings of outside medical groups that we just heard a number of. So these are outside doctor groups like the American College of Physicians and other medical societies, essentially asking this committee, begging this committee to not take this vote. They say there are no new data that support removing this universal recommendation for a life-saving newborn dose of the hepatitis B vaccine, and they don't understand why they are taking this vote. And so this, of course, as you noted, had already been delayed from yesterday as they fought over the language. That same advisor, Dr. Hibelin, pointed out now we've seen the fourth iteration in 4 days of this voting language. So right now, I think that they're deliberating over what the language will be or over whether to take that vote.
Meg Terrell at the CDC moments ago. So this is on hepatitis B vaccination, which apparently has been in effect since 1991. So you and I wouldn't have gotten it as newborns.
Not as newborns, but
Yeah.
I have a
We got all the hepatitis covered here in the Mark Arum Show. Everyone's hepatitis free. After patient zero brought back the COVID.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I made sure everyone was, up to speed. So, yeah. So anyway, our health reporter, Sabrina Cupid, is going to monitor the vote there at the CDC. Obviously, big impact here for all of us in the United States of America, especially those that are unvaccinated from Hep B. I don't know. Lane from Rome, congrats. He or she. I know female lanes and male lanes, so I don't know. I'm not going to be gender specific. They won tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra. When we come back after news, weather, and traffic, political analyst Bill Crane live. Social media is up and active at Mark Arum and at WSB Radio.
Sleigh bells in the snow.
Attention, Georgia homeowners. What if your windows actually paid you back? I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain. Hey, it's Ray, owner of Window Comfort. At Window Comfort, our factory direct windows are so energy efficient that most homeowners see their power bills drop enough to cover their monthly payment. And right now, you can get buy two, get two windows free. Plus, we're going to throw in free installation when you schedule your free estimate this month. And here's my guarantee. If your energy bills don't drop by at least 30 35% in the first 12 months, we're going to pay you the difference in cash. I'm that confident. Every window we install is backed by a double lifetime warranty, and they're built specifically for Georgia. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. Beat the cold this year. It takes 30 seconds to see if you qualify. Go to windowcomfort.com.
Terms and conditions apply. See windowcomfort.com.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. While everyone's focused on diet and exercise this new year, let's talk about the foundation of all health, sleep. Quality sleep strengthens your immune system, improves mental clarity, and helps regulate weight. Yet, we spend more time researching a TV purchase than our mattress. Your sleep affects every resolution you make this year. Visit the Original Mattress Factory and discover how the right mattress can support every health goal you've set for yourself.
Hey guys, are you striking out in the bedroom? Because pills like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra just don't work anymore. Here's how Choice Men's Health is solving PE and ED issues. Meet Dr. Katz, the expert in men's health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Choice Men's Health offers safe, custom-blended medications designed to fit your needs. There is no pain or surgery. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues. Not a problem. It's safe and affordable for everyone. You'll see results in 15 minutes guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. Solve the problem of ED and PE now.
For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are free. Call now 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170 to claim your initial consultation and first treatment for free. Call Choice Men's Health now. 404-400-1170.
Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. Did you know the water pressure regulator is the heartbeat of every home? It can affect all things in your plumbing system, and when it's not regulated, it is the main cause of most plumbing problems. They only last about 8 years. Have Superior Plumbing check yours.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It is 10:30. Good morning. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by your Metro Atlanta Amco dealers. Happening right now, the CDC Vaccine Advisory Panel is meeting, and they are voting on possibly changing vaccine recommendations for newborns, including the shot for hepatitis B. That is the sound from the voting right now. And again, I'm trying to monitor this for you. We will let you know what they decide on this. And again, this is just the recommendation. So whatever this panel decides, it would have to be signed off on by the director of the CDC. So check back for updates. I'll do my very best to get that information to you. Cloudy today with scattered rain showers and a high of 45. We'll have Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast straight ahead. Luigi Mangione's pretrial hearing will not take place today because of illness. He's accused of fatally shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson on the streets of New York last year. Today would have been the fourth day of hearings as his lawyers try to have some evidence suppressed. The judge said Mangione is ill today, leading to the cancellation. The pretrial hearing is now set to resume on Monday. The man accused of planting pipe bombs near the Republican and Democratic national headquarters in 2021 set to make his first court appearance.
Attorney General Pam Bondi said she was proud of her team for making the arrest.
Old evidence, new people, great police work. That's all it is. Good old-fashioned police work.
Brian Cole Jr. was arrested Thursday and will appear in federal court in Washington, D.C. as he faces 2 explosives-related charges. Authorities say Cole placed the bombs outside both political offices the night before the January 6th Capitol riot. The devices weren't found until the next day and never exploded. When announcing the arrest Thursday, Bondi criticized the Biden administration for, in her words, letting the case sit unsolved for years. I'm Lisa Taylor.
All right, and I've just listened into that advisory committee on immunization practices. They were voting this just a few moments ago, and it looks like that first wording has passed. 8 yes votes, 3 no votes. So for what they're voting on is delaying the first hepatitis B shot for infants. So again, it looks like that first vote has passed as of now. We will see what happens next. A suspect's in custody after a double homicide at a home in Coweta County.
Coweta County deputies are called out to a home on the 100 block of Little Road in Sharpsburg after a 911 call about an unknown problem. When they arrive, they find 2 victims dead. A third person still inside the home is taken into custody without incident. Investigators are working to determine a motive in the case. The case remains active and ongoing.
All right, WSB Cheryl Castro reports the Coweta County Sheriff's Office says that it plans to release more information later today. Check back for updates on that. Let's take a look at the markets. The Dow right now is up almost 0.5%. NASDAQ is up more than half, so is the S&P. Let's get a check of your roads. For that, we turn now to the WSB 24-hour traffic center. Good morning.
Good morning. Over in Sandy Springs, still dealing with a crash. I-285 westbound, the outer loop just past Roswell Road to exit 25. Still knocking out one left lane as you approach I-75 in the ballpark. You're backed up all the way to Georgia 400. And in Midtown, still dealing with that stalled vehicle on 7585 southbound at 10th Street, exit 250. Actually, they just moved it off. All lanes are back open. Delays are improving in that area. And in Decatur, you're dealing with some volume delays. I-285 northbound, the outer loop at I-20 exit 46. You can start seeing the brake lights just after Boulder Crest Road. Chip Canales, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Epwards. Cloudy skies with light rain showers and areas of drizzle for today. Staying cold with highs in the mid-40s. Not much of a temperature change for tonight as the rain moves out. Tomorrow drying out, high near 50. A little bit more sunshine for Sunday with highs in the low 50s.
We have 44 degrees in Johns Creek, and here in Atlanta, we have 46 degrees. And in case you're just joining us once again, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, which is meeting at CDC headquarters here in Atlanta, just now voting, the U.S. Vaccine Advisory Committee recommending ending the long-standing advice that all babies get a hepatitis B shot at birth. So that was the conclusion of that right now. 8 yes votes and 3 no votes on that. We'll have more news coming up at 11 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Get the WSB radio app.
This story is breaking right now.
Get notifications from your source for news.
If you have the WSB radio app, then you saw the breaking news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Don't miss a thing with the WSB app.
Download it from the App Store today.
This means that small businesses are hurting. It means that Georgians and Americans
Senator John Ossoff talking about the labor market, the economy, a big impact coming up on the midterms. We'll break down all things politics. Political analyst Bill Crane live in 2 minutes on the Mark Arum Show.
Some friends one time sent my wife and me Omaha steaks for Christmas, and they sent it to our old house. We had moved out of it and not yet sold it. Went to the house. I could smell the steak before I saw it. Didn't know who sent it to me. Called Omaha Steaks. Not only did they send me a brand new package to my house, they told me who had sent it to me so I could send a thank you note. It was incredible customer service. And I've been sending gifts from Omaha Steaks because how great their customer service is ever since. You can get the Sizzle All the Way sale right now, 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com, and you get an extra $35 off with promo code ERIC, E-R-I-C-K, at checkout. You can get incredible options. My wife began her love affair of caramel apple tartlets with that package Omaha Steaks sent to us. You can too. Get the fillets, get the New York strips, omahasteaks.com, 50% off right now, the Sizzle All the Way sale, $35 off extra with promo code ERIC at checkout, minimum order required, omahasteaks.com.
Hey folks, it's Scott Slade with another great tip from my friends at Myland, Atlanta's local experts for home loans. So many people have credit card balances they don't pay off every month, which makes holidays more stressful than they could be or should be. The guys at Myland say a great product to use to reduce the amount you pay is a home equity line of credit, or HELOC. This allows you to use the equity in your home to pay off high-interest credit card debt without touching your first mortgage. HELOCs are typically easier and faster to close than a full mortgage, so you can expect to get cash much faster. Whether you want to pay off debts or handle large expenses, HELOCs can be a great tool to use. To find out if one is right for you, call Myland at 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Or online at myland.com. Spell it M-I-L-E-N-D. And please tell them I sent you. NMLS and Georgia Residential Mortgage License C148769, located at 8995 Westside Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. Myland is an equal housing lender.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelly Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for the Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
I did it my way.
The Senate may change, not as an institution, but may become a more efficient body because of televised proceedings.
I'm Bob Dole, and you're not. 4 years ago today, former Senate leader, presidential candidate Bob Dole passed away at the ripe old age of 98. Political analyst Bill Crane, in your illustrious political career, did you ever have the occasion to meet Bob Dole?
I did, and his wife Elizabeth. My favorite memory of Senator Dole was in the Paul Coverdale campaign I worked on in 1992. We had a runoff election with Weiss Fowler, the incumbent, and it went to the wee hours, and Fulton County's North Fulton precincts were the last to come in. We did end up winning, but I had one of those radar-sized from MASH cell phones with batteries that don't last very long. And Bob Dole, representing the National Republican Senatorial Committee, which he chaired at the time, they had contributed $2 million to the race in the final weeks, and George W. Bush, who was then just the president's son, advising his father, who had lost the White House just a couple weeks before, were alternatively calling me every 15 minutes for updates.
Wow.
And the president wanted to go to bed. And so George Bush told his father 15 minutes early, based on Alpharetta, Roswell, Milton, and those precincts being out, that Paul had won, which he did. And so I got to run across the ballroom and hand off to Paul just before that George H.W. Bush came on, but many conversations with Bob Dole. And he's like, do I have to come down there and count the votes myself?
What a great memory, but that's amazing.
It was a great election night. It was a great election night.
Let's talk about election night in Georgia. We had a couple of Georgia runoff results: Atlanta, Sandy Springs, Roswell, South Fulton. Before I get your perspective, my biggest takeaway was not having paid attention to the races. If you just, asked me generally, not knowing the candidates, I would have thought Roswell had a greater chance of electing a Republican mayor, and Sandy Springs had a greater chance of electing a Democrat mayor, but I would have been wrong on that assumption.
There were 30 counties that had runoffs from the municipal elections that occurred 4 weeks ago. And you're correct, Rusty Paul, the now fourth term soon-to-be mayor of Sandy Springs, is a Republican. He was previously mayor of the city of Stone Mountain a long time ago. He was in the state Senate, and he chaired the Republican Party. And that Coverdale campaign I referenced, I got to work with Rusty, as well as later when he was through the perimeter community improvement districts. But he won by a healthy margin, but he was one of the very few incumbents who had a good election night. The rest of them, for the most part, in other cities and school boards, did not win, including, as you referenced, the city of Roswell, where a former state representative took the mayor's office.
Yeah, it was. I didn't follow the races very closely, not living in Sandy Springs nor Roswell, but the big margin of victory in Sandy Springs.
And officially, municipal races are nonpartisan, but as we've seen, particularly in places like the city of Atlanta, you don't see any Republicans running. You just see Democrats. So it does have a lot to do with the politics of the community.
Those results to me were more stunning than we saw in the Tennessee special election. I was pretty confident that the Republican candidate would win. He did, but folks are questioning his margin of victory.
Well, 9 percentage points is still a healthy margin, but when you compare it to the person who left, who resigned from that seat, who won it in 2022, had just had the maps redrawn, and they'd made the portion of the 7th District in Tennessee, which contained Nashville, much smaller, and included much more of the rural areas which surround it, including where my mother's from originally, a little town called Reedyville. But Nashville, that portion of the district, did go for the Democrat pretty heavily, but all the rest of the district went Republican. But in 2022, that seat was won by Donald Trump by 22 percentage points, that district, and 21% by that freshman member of Congress, now 9. So it's hard to extrapolate statewide, but if the GOP numbers were to basically be down by half in the other 6 districts, or I think 8 districts of Tennessee, it would be a very not great night for the U.S. House in the midterms for the president.
So there is trepidation then leading to the midterms that the margin of victory.
The vote is softened. The vote is softened. The question is who could turn out their vote.
Speaking of congressional seats, we got breaking news yesterday evening from the Supreme Court upholding Texas redrawing their districts, which to me it opens up redistricting and gerrymandering, where it could be every 6 months states decide, let's do this. Is there any chance that Georgia has one of these redistricting conversations before the next census comes out?
I don't really know what district they could draw to be, if you will, more packing the Democrats into it. I mean, the Democrats control the 4th, the 5th, the 2nd, and I think the 3rd, 4 of the 14 districts, maybe 5. Georgia's got a pretty handy majority, and where the Republican votes are, it would be hard to. I mean, you could revisit the 6th and revisit the 7th, but you would probably end up losing one of those to the Democratic Party, not netting out a more, unless you shave off a good chunk of the Republican vote as it's designed now in the surrounding districts. I don't think the governor will call a special session on that.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's settling at least. But I think I might be wrong in this.
Possible. Anything is possible, and there's time, but I don't think it'll happen.
Like I'm just
Certainly
thinking
not
of
before the 26th election.
You know, the Indianas of the Illinois. Like I could see. Well, maybe not Illinois. Well, everything's on the table now when it comes to redistricting. Now that the Supreme Court was like, yeah, Texas, you can do it. I just think that's going to be a story we're going to be following and talking about for quite some time. A story we've been talking about a lot is the infamous narco double tap boat strike on September 2nd. Classified briefing with the Admiral and lawmakers yesterday. Bill, is this a big story? Is it a minor story? And is it going away anytime soon?
I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon. It was interesting that the Admiral did sort of defend Secretary of Defense or Secretary of War, depending on which title you want to go with, Pete Hegseth, saying that there was no specific order for the second attack. The order was basically to take out the boat and to prevent it and the people on the boat from bringing its contents to the United States. And there will be probably a push and successful release of the second video of the second strike, which was not released earlier. There have been requests from Congress, including Republicans in Congress, including the Republican chair of the Senate Armed Service Committee, Roger Vickers from Mississippi, Roger Wicker, saying we want the White House written orders that went over to the Defense Department. We want to know what was prescribed from the White House and what the DOD and the Secretary of Defense prescribed for the Admiral, and we want to see those documents. So I think this at least drags on through into the 2026 year. But I was somewhat surprised to see the Admiral, instead of trying to get from under the bus he was thrown under the other day, essentially say that, this was my direction, these were my orders, and I was following the orders to take out the entire ship, its cargo and crew.
But you do think that we will see the video released in its full? You do think?
I do think we will.
Interesting. All right. Then it'll be up to everyone to decide. Because coming out of the classified briefing yesterday, it was party lines. Democrats like, that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe that happened. Republicans are like, oh, that was a nothing burger. They were fully within their right. So release the video.
Yeah, I wrote a column this week on the subject, and I've been getting that kind of response from my readers and the Trump people in particular, telling me that I'm un-American and unpatriotic and I'm a coward. And all I'm saying is there are rules of war and engagement. And when you have no threat posed by the survivors, then you take them as prisoners of war.
All of this, the Trump administration battling the narco terrorists, if you will, the war on drugs continues. And it was continuing full throttled until President Trump decided to pardon the president of Honduras, who was convicted of drug trafficking, serving a 45-year sentence, accused of bringing 4,000 tons of cocaine to the United States. Connect the dots here, Bill. Are we fully on this war on drugs?
I mean, it definitely appears contradictory to me. So the president of Honduras, which is a country that we've known for years as a heavy drug trafficking country that produces and brings cocaine into the United States, has its president convicted, which was no easy task. He's president of another country. He's in U.S. custody. And he writes a flattering letter, which is delivered to the president, even calls the president Your Excellency, by Roger Stone, and basically accuses the Biden administration of a political investigation of him in a politicized trial, and that's the reason he's in prison, and now he's not. It doesn't make sense if you're seriously trying to close the borders and tamp down illegal drug trafficking in the United States to release someone who a few weeks ago was one of the largest, best-known convicted and jailed narco terrorists in U.S. custody.
Yeah. Bill, most important question for last. Georgia, Alabama, what do you have?
The Dogs, and I'm going. I'll be there. I'm going to Shelley's tailgate, and I'll be at the game.
Excellent.
I will remind my good friends from Alabama and the Crimson Tide that they did lose the last time, the one SEC championship previously, but the last time they were with us in the Dome was the national championship in 2021, and that did not go for them.
Depending on the weather, I might see you at Shelley Winters.
I will look for you.
Yeah, there you go. Bill, always a pleasure. Have a great weekend, my friend, and go Dogs.
Take care, brother.
There you go. You can hear the game, of course, here on your home of the Dogs, 95.5 WSB. All right, when we come back, new information on the arrested pipe bomb suspect in D.C. Right now, though, we got to check the ride on this chilly Friday morning, 10:47, live with the latest. Chip Canales.
It is chilly indeed over in Sandy Springs. Still dealing with that crash. I-285 westbound, the outer loop just past Roswell Road, exit 25 as you're approaching I-75 in the ballpark. They were holding all lanes, but here's the good news. It's now off to the right shoulder, and delays are improving in the area. You're still backed up all the way over to Georgia 400. Elsewhere over in Duluth, still dealing with some volume delays. I-85 southbound, you're riding the brakes starting before Pleasant Hill Road. You break free once you get past Indian Trail Road. Chip Canales, 95.5 WSB.
When traffic
no
hits,
traffic getting through in either direction.
The Triple Team Traffic Center has you covered.
Even the bridge over 75 is being held.
Your source for Atlanta's traffic.
Traffic out of Spaghetti Junction along 285 westbound and a crash on Peachtree Boulevard, 141 southbound before 285.
Brought to you by the Cool Ray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
We weren't planning on selling our home, but our family's needs changed. I'm Caitlin, and selling our home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate was the best decision we made for our family. With over 11,000 five-star reviews, I had peace of mind knowing I could trust Mark Spain Real Estate to sell our home fast and for more than we were asking. If you're preparing to move, check out Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer. Go to markspain.com and see what their guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Will my hair really grow back?
Do I still get to have a birthday party?
Can my teddy come into the machine with me?
Will you stay with me tonight, Mommy?
Every day, kids at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta ask questions they should never have to. By giving today, you can help us answer them. With your support, our kids get the care and treatment they need. And even a birthday, they'll never forget. Give to Children's for that. Donate today at choa.org/give.
The Georgia Spa Company just did something you don't want to miss. They've extended their Black Friday sale through Sunday. That means the biggest savings of the year? Well, they're still happening. If you've been waiting to upgrade your health, your recovery, your downtime, your relaxation, now's your chance. Hot tubs to melt the stress away, swim spas for fitness without the gym, saunas and cold plunges to help you feel better, sleep better, live better. Don't let the extended Black Friday sale at Georgia Spa Company slip past you. Go to georgiaSpaCompany.com to find the closest location.
Hi, I'm Andy, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a product development manager, I make sure every piece of fine jewelry at Shane Company is meticulously designed for quality. From 14-karat gold chains, pearl necklaces, diamond studs, and of course, dream engagement rings. We know you can get your holiday gifts anywhere these days, but knowing your loved one's gift was crafted by master jewelers? It's a difference everyone can see and feel, no matter the price. All of our fine jewelry begins with a vision by our in-house designers. Then, we ensure each piece meets our high-quality standards every step of the way, including the smallest details. It's why our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive, free lifetime warranty that covers everything and doesn't cost a dime. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry to be nothing short of perfect. Come see for yourself. Visit us in-store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2798. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The holidays are here, friends, so let my friends at Publix help you save money by shopping the buy one, get one deals every week. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back with you. BOGOs galore at your neighborhood Publix supermarkets. Check out the BOGO deals before you shop, by the way. Expert tip. You can find the weekly ad online at Publix.com or in the Publix app. My favorite experience at Publix are the BOGOs. Free item must be of equal or lesser value, of course. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the award-winning online learning program.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Designed by education experts, ABC Mouse seamlessly aligns with what your child is already learning in school. And with over 10,000 learning activities and more than 850 lessons, it's an engaging and comprehensive curriculum. More info at abcmouse.com/radio.
I have been teaching for 13 years, and I've never seen a program like ABC Mouse. It encompasses science, math, reading, social studies.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials. Sponsored by Age of Learning.
Oh, the weather outside is
Today he's gone home. We've lost one of the most influential, courageous, and profoundly good human beings that any of us will share time with on this earth.
12 years ago today on WSB Radio, we heard from President Barack Obama talking about the passing of Nelson Mandela, who died at the age of 95. Welcome back to the Mark Arum Show. What's the Mandela effect? What does it have to do with Nelson? I know what the Mandela effect is, but why is it named after Nelson Mandela?
Isn't it just misremembering things, and people keep misremembering things about him, and he just took the... Isn't that what it is?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe I'm Mandela affecting it wrong.
Yeah, the Mandela effect is a thing.
No, I know, but I think
it's
misremembering thing, or
if he was alive or dead or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Because when he went to jail, everybody thought he died, and then when he got out, they was like, he's still alive.
Oh, all right.
So that's the Mandela
There you go.
effect.
Star of the show to Vin. He passed away at the age of 95. All right, welcome back to the Mark Arum Show. ClarksChristmasKids.com. Clark Howard joined us at the top of the show. A Herculaneum task this year. Every child's gifts, because of tariffs and the economy, cost $50 more. There's 2,000 more kids in foster care this year than last year. I'm going to refresh up. We're down below 20,000 gifts needed right now, 19,908. ClarksChristmasKids.com if you want to visit it at the Walmarts on Sunday, next Saturday, and next Sunday. Just go to ClarksChristmasKids.com or go to WSBRadio.com for all the information, and you could donate right now. Speaking of Christmas, I never know who to tip for Christmas gifts. So I'll tip Yuri, the barber, like the guy that cuts my hair.
like Vinny doesn't.
Vinny never tips, but I'll give extra tips. My mail carrier, like the mailman, mailwoman, I'll always tip them. Who should we be tipping during the holidays, Deborah? Because I don't want to not tip someone that deserves it.
Well, there's an etiquette thing here that says, like, people you should consider tipping for the holidays, and anybody that kind of provides an extra service to you. So they're saying things like, if you have a housekeeper, go ahead and tip.
Yes. Ivan.
Mm-hmm. Ivan, there
Ivan
you go.
will get a tip.
Child care provider. I guess that doesn't apply to you. But
My
maybe...
dog sitter's Alex Williams.
Okay, there you go. Give Alex an extra
Alec.
tip.
Okay.
Teachers in general. So Maya should rank in a lot there.
She's a assistant principal now. I don't think you tip the APs.
Landscaper, snow remover, gardener. Well, that's you because you got the push mower.
Yeah, but I do have a landscaper. But it's the winter months, so
snow
I'm not going to see them till March.
Unless it snows.
All
Do
right,
they do
tip
snow
your
removal?
No, I do that.
All right. Mail carrier?
Yeah, I always tip the mail carrier.
I thought you weren't supposed to tip mail carriers.
But they'll take it.
They'll take it?
But
All right.
as many Amazon gifts.
The Amazon driver.
I got
yeah.
it, but it's never the same one usually. It's different people.
But doesn't your Amazon say if you'd like to tip your driver and you can leave a tip that
I don't
way?
know.
Yeah, don't you? Do you have
talk to Maya.
Do you not have a smart speaker?
I don't use it.
Mine will say, would you like to tip your driver?
That's a good reminder. You can listen to the Mark Arum Show via your smart speaker. Just say play 95.5 WSB.
And the last one on here is trash and recycling collectors.
Oh!
So your trash people.
Yeah. All right, but I have two separate crews that come out. One for the trash.
Two separate tips?
And one for the recycle. What do I just tape an envelope on top of the...
On top of the bin?
Yeah.
Maybe wait till they're out there?
I'm usually on the air when they come. I'll do that. I'll tape... What should I? It's a crew of usually 3 people on the trucks, right?
I would let them know the day because if you just tape something, they're not going to take it.
No, I'm like, Merry Christmas, tape it on the thing. Like $20 each, $60 an envelope. I don't want to be the cheap guy on the block.
I'm sure you're the only one tipping them.
Yeah, go see what your neighbors are doing. Probably.
I have
yeah.
never tipped
a trash
guy?
or. Yeah, me neither.
They-
I don't even know when they come.
So people, what is the etiquette? People that do service?
Anyone that has like an extra service that goes out of their way to service.
So
providers.
hypothetically, if someone bought someone 47 breakfasts this year,
it's a service.
they should tip the person that's buying the breakfast?
Vinny did seal all those envelopes for you.
Vinny's down for everything bagels now all of a sudden. He's got a hankering for everything bagel. All right, Sabrina's got a lot of news to get you caught up to date on. When we come back, super excited. Actor, comedian, producer Patton Oswalt going to be joining us live next on The Mark Arum Show. Social media is up and active at Mark Arum and at WSB Radio.
But if you really hold me tight.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, every week on the show, we offer folks something we call the Portfolio X-Ray. I was hoping you could walk us through that process and tell us why the information it uncovers is so powerful.
Yeah, so the reason we love doing the Portfolio X-Ray for you is we do that behind the scenes. Everybody's extremely busy. Nobody wants to waste time in traffic. If you call in, we will ask you for some information via the phone. Once you've given us that information, we go to work and we put all the hours in developing the report. And I commit this to you. The Portfolio X-Ray is eye-opening. At least 90+% of the time, we can find 2 or 3 golden nuggets in there that you were not aware of that we can either change in your current portfolio mix for you. It's called a 401k optimizer. Or if we manage the assets for you, we certainly can recommend how to diversify away from some of the troubling points that are exposed during the Portfolio X-ray. Once we've got that, then we'll have you in for your initial consultation. We will present the Portfolio X-ray to you and walk you through the high points of it. And that's a document that you get to take with you. It's like getting a financial physical. Mm-hmm. So how many of you avoided going to the doctor for the annual physical last year? You do the same thing with your financial life. You ignore it. You keep pumping money into your 401k. You hope that it's going well, and I can tell you that hope is not a good investment or financial planning strategy. You need to know. So if you want to know, call us.
The Portfolio X-Ray is complimentary. Give Hoffman Financial Group a call to schedule yours today. 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It is 11 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by the Next Generation Xfinity 10G network. We do have breaking news this hour. A federal vaccine advisory committee has just now voted to end a long-standing recommendation that all babies born in the U.S. get the hepatitis B vaccine on the day they're born. Dr. Cody Meisner voting no.
And I will just say, we've heard do no harm is a moral imperative. We are doing harm by changing this wording.
Now, for decades, the government has advised that all babies be vaccinated against the liver infection right after birth. The shots are widely considered to be a public health success for preventing thousands of illnesses. Today's recommendations have to be accepted by the director of the CDC. If that happens, this would overturn a 30-year-old policy that has contributed to what doctors say has been a massive decline in cases of the virus. All right, your weather for today. Cloudy, scattered rain showers. It's going to be cold. We're not going to be getting out of the 40s today, says WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. She'll have Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast straight ahead. Now to Coweta County, where the sheriff's office there is investigating after 2 bodies are found at a home.
A suspect who remained at the home in the 100 block of Little Road in Sharpsburg is taken into custody. Coweta County deputies responded to the residence after a 911 call. The sheriff's office says it remains an active and ongoing investigation. The GBI has joined the investigation, but so far it's not known what led to the deaths.
WSB Cheryl Castro reporting. The Coweta County Sheriff's Office says it plans to release more information later today. Atlanta police investigating a shooting that appears to be the result of an attempted break-in at a home on Peyton Place in southwest Atlanta. Officers arrived and found a man in critical condition with a gunshot wound. He was taken to Grady Hospital. Another man at the scene informed officers that his home had been the target of previous break-ins. Police recovered 2 handguns from the individual, and they say that a crowbar was also found inside the front door of the house. Police are still investigating the incident and have not announced any charges as of yet. The American College of Cardiology wants nutrition labels on the front of food packages. Dr. Kim Williams says that a standardized labeling system on the front would highlight key nutrients and things that you should limit, like sodium, cholesterol, saturated fat, and added sugars.
Those are 4 biggest dietary contributors to heart disease, and we could eliminate them, we can reduce them dramatically, and the heart disease would fall along with them.
Now, this proposed front of package system is intended to supplement, not replace, the existing back of package nutrition fact labels. A new LendingTree study today says that in the 50 largest cities here in the United States, the rent for a one-bedroom apartment has soared more than 40% in the last year. That's up about $457 to almost $1,600 a month. New York seeing the biggest rent increases, followed by San Diego and Miami. I looked up Atlanta. We ranked 7th overall. Rent here averaging about $1,660, and that's up about $620 since 2021. LendingTree saying that many remote workers moved to new cities during the pandemic, driving up rents. Plus, the home prices are so high that more renters are competing for a limited number of apartments and houses. Let's take a look at the markets. The Dow right now is in positive territory. So is the S&P and NASDAQ. Live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams, good morning. How are we doing on the roads?
Hey, good morning, Sabrina. Not too bad out there right now. 285 westbound recovering nicely between Dunwoody and Sandy Springs due to that earlier trouble that cleared past Roswell Road. Waves of volume. 85 southbound between Duluth and Norcross from Highway 316 toward Jimmy Carter and Pleasantdale Road. And on I-20 eastbound, no road work today in the rain, so everything moving just fine. 20 east into DeKalb from 285 out toward Lithonia. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies with drizzle and light rain showers moving through. High 45, lows tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, drying out. High near 50. A little bit of sunshine for Sunday with a high of 52.
We have cloudy skies, 46 degrees here in Midtown Atlanta. We'll have more news at 11:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
I'll run this town to be near you.
11:04 on an extremely busy news day Friday. Welcome back, friends. Mark Aram and crew with you till noon. A lot of big stories we're following out of D.C. And then right after we get off the air, world leaders and soccer officials going to arrive for the FIFA World Cup draw. We'll see who the U.S. is playing, and maybe more importantly for Deborah, who will be playing here in Atlanta for the World Cup. Very excited.
We might find that out.
We
yeah.
That's
well,
not,
I mean, it just depends on also like how the stages go.
Yeah, all right. But I know for sure who is appearing in Atlanta tonight and tomorrow at the Helium Comedy Club in Alpharetta. I am so excited. Huge fan. Joining us live on the Mark Aram Show for the very first time, Mr. Patton Oswalt. Patton, good morning. Thanks so much for your time. Welcome south, brother.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on.
This is big stuff. Someone of your stature coming to Atlanta. You're at the Helium Comedy Club tonight at 9:15 and tomorrow at 9:30. I respect the late start times, Patton. I respect that.
Yes. Well, I mean, when you're traveling, and especially at the end of a Friday when you've been working, you want to give people a little bit of breather.
Thank you. Yes,
that was my intention.
Especially from my house to Alpharetta in the middle of rush hour, I would never be able to make a 7 p.m. show. So thank you for the late start time there.
Atlanta is like 5 really cool cities connected by this really messed up freeway system. I don't know who designed the freeways down here, but it's like the coolest cities, and they're all impossible to get to.
Yeah, it's and I've got a lot of friends in L.A., and, you know, L.A. traffic, as you know, is horrible, but it's understandable. My L.A. friends, when they come here, they're like, I don't understand what's going on the roads here.
Did Atlanta look at L.A. and go, yeah, let's use that system? like we're there to show the world how not to do it. Like, don't do what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know which came first. I guess L.A., yeah, so maybe we modeled after L.A. I want to start at the beginning of your career because I think you have the greatest SAG card origin story of any actor or comedian. You got your SAG card appearing in what?
I was on Seinfeld. I had one line. I was a video store clerk. And it was just all I had to say was, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way, and I got way into my own head about it. And Jason Alexander, thank God for him, because right before they yelled action, he leaned into me and said, it's not too late to be fired, Patton. And that made me laugh. Like it absolutely relaxed me. So that's kind of how I got into. That's how I got my SAG card. That's how I started my career.
So Jason Alexander saved your career because it wasn't too late to get fired.
Save my moment, save my career. Thank you, Jason.
But I mean, I've got friends that are actors here in Atlanta. It's the Hollywood of the South. And most people get their SAG card in like a Cinemax, Skinemax kind of movie. You got your SAG card on Seinfeld, arguably the greatest sitcom of all time. That's a crazy origin story.
I'm not complaining. I'm absolutely not complaining. It's weird. In Atlanta, you'd think they would get their SAG card in a giant Marvel movie. Don't they do all those movies down here?
They do, but Tyler Perry movies, I know a lot of folks that got their SAG card in Tyler Perry movies, but...
That's right. He has a studio down here, right?
Exactly right. Yeah. And so not only that, but you've also, you not a bookend of your career because you're still going strong, but you were in Seinfeld, the greatest, and then you had an amazing run in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Well, I was only in one episode, but it was a doozy. It's very well written where my character is trying to hook up with a girl and lies about being in a hot dog eating contest, which she becomes fascinated with it. And Larry just keeps giving me, excuses and lines to use for it, and just keeps making my situation worse, basically.
And we all know that the Curb is, an improv show. You get an outline. But it's up to the actors to fill in the blanks. When you said you had to go to a trophy store to get a trophy that said you won a contest in 1998, I'm assuming that is 100% Patton Oswalt improv.
Yes, it was weird because the day before, because if you look at the scene, I had to go to Eagle Rock and get a trophy made, and I was in Eagle Rock the day before, and I saw this big, very busy trophy store in Eagle Rock, and I was like, is this the trophy making mecca or something? Like, it had this weird feel. So for some reason when we were doing the scene, I thought of Eagle Rock, and then I've had people comment like, yeah, you go to Eagle Rock or Glendale to get your trophies made. I don't know how you knew that. I'm like, because I was there. It's very weird.
It's it's weird. I'm gonna have to go. It seems like you were on for like 2 or 3 episodes, but you were just one episode of Curb.
Well, thank you. I must have made an impression. I'll take it.
Yeah, that was it's hilarious. Like, we've all lied to get, to impress a young lady, but.
Yeah, well, you either lie to get something or get out of something, and either way, at least in my case, it always comes back to bite you in the ass.
Patton Oswalt joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. He is at Helium Comedy Club tonight in Alpharetta, 9:15 show tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. show. Tickets online at Helium Comedy Club Atlanta. Am I wrong? But I don't remember you doing stand-up in Atlanta, at least not in recent memory.
I've been at the... Where have I been? Excuse me.
CDC. You've been to the CDC
I've been
in Atlanta.
A bunch of different theaters. I mean, I've done the Earl, which is a smaller rock club.
Yeah.
I've done the what's the big performance space? It's like a cathedral or a citadel or the Tabernacle.
The Tabby.
The Tabernacle. Yeah. But I love Helium clubs. I mean, I love the one, and I've done the one now in Portland, and I'm doing the one in Philly in the spring. They're just such good clubs. I love them.
Yeah, we love that you're going to be here. I was assuming you're great. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but Ratatouille, such an iconic film. I believe Anthony Bourdain said it was the closest to a real restaurant film that has ever been made. That's pretty amazing.
I remember when he said that in an interview. We were all very, very happy because I know that the Pixar guys, the filmmakers, the animators, the writers really did their due diligence in terms of seeing how a kitchen worked, getting the dynamic down, getting down the kind of personalities that work in a kitchen, the chaos of it. I know that they had to teach the computer not to clean up the tiles. It would always, overnight, as it was rendering, it would make the tiles really smooth and even. They're like, no, restaurant kitchens, especially the floors, are just a disaster because of all the wet stuff, cold stuff, hot stuff hitting it all the time. The floors are just warped, and everyone works around that warpedness. They really had to make sure. So they just got every little detail down.
It was a really good movie. And I was a server in college, paid through college, waiting tables in an Italian restaurant.
Wow.
And you nailed it. But honestly, because I forgot when Ratatouille came out, but I was too old to watch a cartoon movie. So I didn't see Ratatouille for the first time till like 3 years ago. My wife's like, you have to watch this movie. And I was like, wow, it was such a great movie.
It's so good. I mean, everything that Pixar makes, obviously, the kids love it. But if you watch it, especially if you're watching it with your kids, you will notice something as an adult, like, oh my God, I can't believe they just got away with that, or oh wow, that's so cool. So they always have those elements in there.
Do you? Having said that, so I don't have to blow smoke. You've had an amazing career. I really am such a huge fan. Are there actors that you are going up against in roles? Because I would imagine, like, people, when screenwriters or Hollywood writers are writing a role, they're like, all right, this is a Patton Oswalt role. Is there someone you're fighting with for roles? Like, who's your arch nemesis?
I've never thought of it that way, only because if someone else gets a role, it meant that they were supposed to get it. And a lot of times, if they're in a movie and they're brilliant, it's like, oh, I would not have been as brilliant as them. It's actually better for me and for them and for anyone who likes movies that they landed that role. I've become a big believer in you end up where you're supposed to be. So I'm not thinking in terms of I gotta crush this guy. I don't believe in the scarcity principle in creativity, because all that does is just fill you with resentment and fear, and that's no way to live. Ugh.
So you have no Lex Luthor. There's no one actor that you're always down to. You two are the last two up for this role, kind of thing.
I have no Lex Luthors. I have no Lex Luthors in entertainment. I'm happy when anyone gets work.
Excellent. Patton Oswalt joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. I got to ask, since you're in the biz and this news broke, Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery, $83 billion deal. I mean, wow. Netflix is the elephant in the room right now, right? As far as entertainment and producing stuff.
Yeah, I literally just saw this news 10 minutes ago, so I haven't read the article yet about all the details. I don't have an opinion yet because I got to read. I don't know enough about. I just literally saw the headline when I woke up this morning, so I got to read about it. No. I mean, there does seem to be a lot of consolidation going on right now. My knee-jerk reaction is that this might not be a good thing, but let me read the article and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, I don't need an expert. I just saw the headline. It's a huge deal, but more broadly speaking, in 2025, it's a lot different than your first episode of Seinfeld. You have the Netflix and the Amazon Primes and the Hulus and like there are so many venues now for actors and comedians to get their work out to the general public.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's definitely more doors open for creatives in terms. I mean, you have more cinematography and editing software on your phone than most studios had 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So that has definitely changed the game.
Final question for you, Patton. I'm a big fan of your wife. Does she travel with you when you're on the road?
When I go someplace that's like right now, I mean, obviously I love coming to Atlanta, but it's kind of cold and snowy. I'm not going to make her go to Atlanta when it's freezing. If this was the spring or fall, she would definitely be with me. We'd stay an extra day, go up to Athens. So yeah, she travels sometimes, but not all the time. Because also she's working. I can't just go tell that movie you can't be in it because you got to come with me to Cincinnati. Like, yeah. I'm not going to do that,
Is there more pressure if she is on the road with you? Does she go to the shows?
Sometimes. I mean, she sees my stuff so much. I don't want her to go to all my shows because then she gets really bored.
Yeah.
I don't want to get bored with my stuff. So, I want her to travel with me more in terms of like, oh, let's go do something during the day.
Got to keep it fresh. Keep it fresh and interesting. All right, Patton, man, I'm over the moon that I've had you on my show. I'm so excited. Such a huge fan. Tonight and tomorrow at the Helium Comedy Club in Alpharetta. Tickets online and a nice late show, so you don't get stuck in PM Drive traffic heading up to Alpharetta.
Exactly.
Patton, welcome to Atlanta, my friend. It's been an honor.
Thanks for having me on, man.
My pleasure. Patton Oswalt, the greatest SAG origin story of all time. He got a SAG after card on Seinfeld. That is phenomenal. All right, when we come back, we're going to update our top local stories. At 11:16, however, the band was a little late there. It's cold. They're frosty. Let's check the ride around town and say hello and good morning to Alex Williams.
Hey, good morning, Mark. We just found some new trouble heading up through downtown. It's in the HOV lane, 7585 northbound, between University and I-20, so look out for Georgia State Patrol's blue flashing lights there. Make sure you get over to the right. Southbound, still watching some brake lights into Midtown out of Northeast Atlanta from the I-85 400 merge as you head down to 17th Street. Traffic brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more about their support of Common Threads and nutrition education at anthem.com/dream. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthcare Plan of Georgia, Inc. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, I'm Chris Chandler. When you join us Monday at 5 for Atlanta's Morning News, we'll help you plan with our exclusive 5-day forecast for the work and school week ahead. Plus, how Clark Howard says some restaurants are trying to get you and me to come back on WSB.
Normally, they put a roof over your head, but this is the time of year that Findlay Roofing also puts presents under trees. Merry Christmas! It's Dave Baker, host of the Home Fix-It Show. My friends at Findlay Roofing, the Roof guys, are proud to support Clark's Christmas Kids again this year. Findlay will donate $100 from every roof replacement between now and December 14th. Findlay has committed to donate at least $15,000 to Clark's Christmas Kids. Santa would be proud, and Rufus is proud too. And if it's time to replace your roof, please think of Findlay first. With over 65,000 roofs replaced locally, they've mastered the process with impeccable, high-quality work. 'Tis the season to give yourself the gift of a new roof while helping give a Merry Christmas to local foster children. Get started right now. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
The Original Mattress Factory wants to help elevate your sleep experience this holiday season. We'll be giving away a queen-size adjustable bed set in our Comfort and Joy raffle. When paired with our hand-built mattresses, our premium adjustable beds make everyday activities like reading and watching TV in bed more comfortable. Visit any OMF location by December 18th to enter and for all official rules. No purchase is necessary to win. The Original Mattress Factory, bringing you tidings of comfort and joy this holiday season.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
It's time to renovate your home and you've got designs in your head, but will they pass code? Hire Sketchhouse Architects before you call a builder to make sure your design is up to code and zoning compliant. Hi, I'm Richard Taylor, architect at Sketchhouse. We're going to make this easy to get your ideas on paper, and Sketchhouse will connect you with multiple builders to bid on your job through the Sketchhouse Builders Network. You're going to save thousands of dollars with Sketchhouse Architects. We're going to make this easy for you. Go to sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, H-A-U-S, sketchhouse.com.
It's happening, guys. Your hair's thinning, the crown's disappearing. Hair loss might have you feeling you've lost your identity. It's Mark Arum here. Thankfully, there's Advanced Hair Simple One-Day Treatment. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's your own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. I've seen Advanced Hair's incredible results with my own eyes. Get your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Hey guys, are you striking out in the bedroom? Because pills like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra just don't work anymore. Here's how Choice Men's Health is solving PE and ED issues. Meet Dr. Katz, the expert in men's health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Choice Men's Health offers safe, custom-blended medications designed to fit your needs. There is no pain or surgery. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues. Not a problem. It's safe and affordable for everyone. You'll see results in 15 minutes guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. Solve the problem of ED and PE now.
For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are free. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170 to claim your initial consultation and first treatment for free. Call Choice Men's Health now, 404-400-1170.
Mom's home cooking. Thoughtful, caring, and made with love. Wouldn't it be great if home improvement companies did that? Painting Plus does.
Hi, it's Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. For 3 decades, we've taken that same personal, thoughtful, and caring approach to your home's exterior remodel.
Locally owned Painting Plus. The plus means anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Your complete exterior solution.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
I'll be home for Christmas.
11:22 on the Mark Arum Show. Coming up after the news at 11:35. The very latest on the pipe bomb suspect arrested in Northern Virginia yesterday. Right now, though, a story that I cannot get enough of. It's going to impact a lot of us. The explosion of data centers here in North Georgia. Great piece on AJC.com. The author of the article, Zach Hansen, joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. Zach, as always, thanks for your time, buddy.
Thanks for having me, Mark. Happy to be here.
Headline is why Big Tech sees Georgia farmland as ripe for data centers. We've got so much farmland in Georgia, not growing crops, but growing data centers.
Yes, and they're getting further and further out there, and it feels like I'm covering a new one every week.
And you know, there are, you know, pros and cons, obviously, to developments like this. A lot of folks are the NIMBY crowd, not in my backyard. But economically, as we move further to like central or middle Georgia, I would imagine it's a no-brainer for these landowners to be like, yeah, take my farmland, please.
I mean, we've seen some sales prices for some of these farmland where it can be $100,000 an acre for undeveloped land, which is that's land you get like in the center of Atlanta, let alone out off I-75 an hour out of the city.
Are other states seeing this too, or is this a Georgia-specific data center explosion?
There's a lot of clusters across the country. Atlanta is among the busiest. Really, the last 3 years has been pretty much the busiest in the country. But there are a couple other hot spots across the country. But Georgia has definitely been a target.
Zach Hansen from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. I've been fascinated with these, not only because of the economic impact and what they mean for technology going forward, but also the amount of energy and water these facilities use. Do we have the infrastructure set up to handle all of these data centers?
We can take both those separately because power, I mean, data centers need power more than anything. Like that is what they follow. If you can't power these facilities, they're just an empty warehouse with computers in it that don't do anything. So getting electricity is vital for these, and that discussion has been dominating the Public Service Commission hearings for years now here in Georgia on how much capacity Georgia Power and our utilities can provide. So as long as we provide it as a state, data centers will come here. On the water point, Georgia does have a lot of natural water sources and tables, which isn't as necessary for data centers, but they do need it to keep equipment cool. So for example, in this morning's story, there was a project that we wrote about that's near Lake Lanier and would tap into that as a water source. And that has become a concern locally over there.
We've had big projects here in Georgia, you know, the automotive plants that just create a ton of jobs. We got the Rivian plant that's going to be opening, creating a ton of jobs. Final question for you, Zach. Do these data center create tons of jobs or no?
Not for their size, no. I mean, these can be millions of square feet of buildings, and then they can have a couple dozen, maybe a few hundred workers tops, compared to the factories that you mentioned that could have thousands of workers on a site smaller than some of these data centers. You know, these are projects for computers, not for people.
Really fascinating stuff. All the latest on AJC.com. Last print edition, December 31st. Are you going to be saving all of your printed bylines before the end of the year?
I've been saving them. I know my mom is saving them too. So,
I have
they're hot commodities these days.
I have every single printed byline in every newspaper I've worked at going back to 1987. Yes, I'm a hoarder, but I'll make sure to grab your last headline before the print edition goes extinct.
Thank you. Add it to the collection.
There you go. Zach, great stuff as always. Thanks so much, buddy.
No problem. Have a
There
great
you
one.
go. Zach Hansen from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Yeah, man, Deborah, I don't blame it. If you've been sitting on, like Erickson, I know, owns thousands of acres in middle Georgia, and you've just been sitting on them, and then one of the data centers is like, hey, we'll give you $100,000 an acre. Sold. Sold. All right, Sabrina's got your news, weather, and traffic in 3. When we come back, the very latest on the arrest of the pipe bomb suspect in D.C. Social media is up and active throughout the broadcast at Mark Airman at WSB Radio.
And folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe.
It's the Love Your Home Minute from TE Certified. Hi, it's Chris Chandler with Josh, the local owner of TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. You know him. That's him you see jumping out of the back of their trucks. Josh, what should I be doing to love my home right now?
Seasonal HVAC maintenance.
About that time.
Absolutely. Our HVAC systems work hard for us all year round, and every once in a while we need to show them a little love too. So we need to come out, change your filters, clean the drain line, check all the electrical and gas connections, check the refrigerant, and make sure the settings are in tip-top shape for this season. This is going to make you more comfortable in your home. This is going to help you save energy, and of course it's going to keep you from having any of those bad breakdowns that happen at the worst time.
So it keeps you comfy for sure. What are some of the other benefits of the seasonal maintenance?
Well, absolutely, it's going to save money because an efficient system is going to use less energy as it runs.
All right, excellent, Josh. I am so glad I had TE maintain my system. It certainly helped me love my home.
TE certified, we love your home.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you. All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-352-9239. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-352-9239. 800-352-9239.
2 homes, same block, one sold for way more because they used Orchard. Move first, skip the stress, and sell for top dollar. Don't wait. Get your free home valuation now at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News, weather,
Traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It is 11:30. Good morning. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by Main Street Auto. We do have breaking news today. CDC Vaccine Advisory Panel changing its recommendation that all newborns get the hepatitis B vaccine shot, the move reversing a decades-long federal recommendation. Now, this new recommendation advises mothers who test negative for hepatitis to perhaps get their infants vaccinated after at least 2 months of age, after talking with their doctor. Mothers that tested positive are still recommended to have their infants vaccinated. Dr. Cody Meisner saying he is a hard no on the change.
In the absence of the data, and in the absence of any evidence of harm from the 3-dose series, it's very difficult for me to understand how we can make a recommendation for a change.
Now, the panel also voted to recommend parents consider blood tests for children to assess immunity to hepatitis B before determining a need for additional vaccine doses. Now, these recommendations have to be accepted by the CDC director, which usually happens. All right, your weather for today: scattered rain showers, cloudy and cold. Afternoon highs only around 45, says WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. And record cold has descended on a big part of the country, from the northern plains to the Midwest, Mid-South, Mid-Atlantic, Northeast. Michael Rogers is doing his best, he says, to stay warm up in New Jersey, outside New York City.
Well, I mean, it's cold, so, I just prepare ahead of time, wear like a nice pair of thermals underneath, get some gloves, nice jacket.
Weather forecasters do predict warmer weather by the end of the weekend. Luigi Mangioni's pretrial hearing is not taking place today because of illness. He's accused of fatally shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson on the streets of New York last year. Today would have been the fourth day of hearings as his lawyers try to have some of the evidence suppressed. The judge said Mangioni is ill today, leading to the cancellation. So the pretrial hearing now set to resume on Monday. Netflix buying Warner Brothers Discovery in a cash and stock deal worth nearly $83 billion. Netflix CFO Spence Newman says this deal is going to be good for shareholders.
This deal gives us more tools to innovate and grow. We're confident it will help drive long-term value for our shareholders for years and years and decades to come.
And this is the largest entertainment industry deal since Disney acquired 20th Century Fox for $71 billion back in 2019. According to new data released today by the National Retail Federation on Small Business Saturday, nearly 63 million Americans shopped in-store. That's an increase over last year of about 2.6%. Its projected spending will surpass $1 trillion for the first time ever this Christmas season, with expected growth between 3.7 and over 4% compared to last year, reinforcing expectations that small businesses will end their year on an up note. Let's take a look at the markets right now. The Dow is currently in positive territory. NASDAQ also up slightly. So is the S&P. It's time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams, how are the roads looking?
We got a slow spot on the south side perimeter, Sabrina, down by the airport due to a crash that's in the right lane, 285 westbound, the outer loop between Riverdale Road and I-85, so look out for that. On the West Freeway, 20 eastbound, just volume. You're a little slow leaving Riverside Parkway over to I-285, the west side perimeter, and 85 southbound tapping the brakes through Norcross from Indian Trail Road passing Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Cloudy skies with light rain showers and areas of drizzle for today. Staying cold with highs in the mid-40s. Not much of a temperature change for tonight as the rain moves out. Tomorrow drying out, high near 50. A little bit more sunshine for Sunday with highs in the low 50s.
45 degrees in Johns Creek, 47 in Buckhead. Jefferson has 45 degrees. We'll have more news at noon. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
When we came up with the idea for Clark's Christmas Kids 35 years ago, I told myself we were going to help every foster child across the state. But we need your help. To find out how you can make a child's Christmas wishes come true, visit WSBRadio.com.
A special thanks to our friends at Scana Energy, Rocco's European Garage, and Finlay Roofing for their continued support of Clark's Christmas Kids.
We are ready to continue uninterrupted.
That's Vladimir Putin's translator. He's in India talking about oil to India. That's an interesting story. We'll update Clark's Christmas Kids and the latest on the pipe bomb suspect arrest. All of that straight ahead on the Mark Air Show.
I'm so excited to hear my son's band play tonight. They've been... sorry, be right back. They've been rehearsing... bathroom break. Overactive bladder can mean missing out on life's moments, navigating life around the nearest bathroom instead of the next experience. Medtronic therapies have treated nearly 500,000 people worldwide with bladder or bowel control problems. Let Medtronic show you what's possible. Visit medtronic.com/bladderhelp to learn how.
Hey friends, it's Mark Aaron back from my pals at Reliable Heating and Air. Check it out. This season, Reliable Heating and Air is giving up to $2,000 cash back when you upgrade to a high-efficiency water heater and whole home water purification system. $2,000. You want to do one or the other? It's $1,000 cash back. Amazing. For my friends at Reliable, book your free consultation by going to ReliableAir.com. Stay warm, stay hydrated, stay paid with Reliable.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2798. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Spend your time with those who matter most this holiday season and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
All Christmas music on the Mark Arum Show. Speaking of Christmas, Clark's Christmas Kids kicks off in person this Sunday at the Walmart in Roswell on Mansell Road. And I just picked up some breaking news, Longoria, if you don't mind, in the news break there. So the Walmart, noon to 3, Clark's broadcasting live 1 to 3. Apparently, Deborah, Alex Williams and Ashley Frasca are going to have brunch before they go to the Roswell Walmart.
Yeah.
So
will Alex know what he's eating?
Probably not, but I invited myself. So, So it looks like I'm going to be there at the, because I love, you know how much I love a brunch. So I'm going to go to brunch with Alex and Ashley, the incomparable. And then I'm going to be at the Walmart from noon to 3, 970 Mansell Road. Saturday, December 13th, Pleasant Hill Road in Duluth from 6 a.m. to noon. Ashley will be broadcasting there live from 6 to 9. Green and Growing, and then Clark live 9 to noon. And then the grand finale in Marietta. Deborah, you'll be there. Fred Blankenship, Mike Shields, Longoria, Vinny Drip. Like the whole crew's coming out December 14th, 210 Cobb Parkway near the Big Chicken, noon to 3. Clark will be broadcasting live 1 to 3. But you can donate online right now. So we started the show, Deborah. We had north of almost 21,000 gifts needed. Now it's down to 19,850. And in case you missed Clark at the beginning of the show, almost 2,000 more foster kids this year. And because of tariffs and the economy and inflation, that's the word I'm looking for, every child now, it costs $50 more to get their gifts than it did last year. That's sizable. 10,000 kids, $50 more per kid. It's a lot of money. So we really need, if you are in a position to help, you can donate online at WSBradio.com or ClarksChristmasKids.com. All right, but monitoring the breaking news that was developing yesterday on the show, Deborah, the arrest of the pipe bomb suspect on that January 5th pipe bomb 2021. The suspect, 30-year-old recluse, didn't get much information yesterday from that long press conference, but getting more information today, sources telling various news outlets that the 30-year-old recluse who was living with his parents was not happy with the 2020 election results. I don't know if you can determine any motive there, but Dan Bongino, who was really the best at the press conference yesterday, the deputy director of the FBI right now, when he was a podcaster, he was kind of pushing conspiracy theories about who left those pipe bombs, kind of walking those back now that he is number 2 at the FBI. Justice correspondent Evan Perez on Bongino's change of tune.
Right. Well, when he was a podcaster, that was just 11 months ago that he was on his podcast, and one of the things he said was that he believed the FBI had not revealed who the bomber was because it was an inside job. Do we have a clip of that to play?
You put a post on X right after this happened, and you said there's a massive cover-up because the person that planted those pipe bombs, they don't want you to know who it is because it's either a connected anti-Trump insider or an inside job.
I was paid in the past, Sean, for my opinions. That's clear, and one day I'll be back in that space. But that's not what I'm paid for now. I'm paid to be your deputy director, and we base investigations on facts.
And look, I was at that press conference yesterday, and I raised my hand repeatedly. I did not get called on, but that is actually Hannity asked the question that I wanted to ask, which was essentially, do you still believe that this was an inside job? Because the deputy FBI director, since he arrived at the FBI, has been very fixated on this case. He has been pushing people to try to solve it. And so the solution appears to be that they've now made an arrest. They've resolved the case according to the FBI. And some of the answers that we're getting now as part of the interviews appear to show not the narrative that the FBI and the deputy FBI director was pushing for so long.
Deputy FBI, the number two
FBI official.
All right, Evan Perez, thanks very much.
There you go, Evan Perez, early this morning. Now, interesting. So, again, the press conference, Dan Bongino, to me, was the best of the press conference yesterday. He gave the only real news that came out of it, and that was there were no new tips that led to this arrest. To me, that's pretty stunning, because it's a 5-year-old case, and we just assumed when the news broke, like, oh, there's a tip. They finally got him. But apparently it was just, good old-fashioned police work going through all of these files. And I didn't pull the audio. There was a former Secret Service agent on this morning. I think he was on Fox News. Why all of a sudden now did that cell phone data and being able to track the suspect's purchase of the pipes to Home Depot. It was at a Home Depot, apparently. Home Depot can't be happy with that, right? Oh, yeah, the guy got the pipes at Home Depot. I'd like to see the security cam footage of the super friendly Home Depot employee. Oh, what kind of pipes do you need? Oh, yeah, they're down here. You want me to cut them for you? Like that's interesting. But so the Secret Service agent, Deborah, said in the last 5 years, with all this, it's a lot of data to go through, right? Where did his cell phone tower ping? You have to go through all the cell phone towers of everyone in D.C. who was in that area on January 5th. But the Secret Service agent said it's probably easier now to pour through that data because of AI, right? What used to take 10,000 man hours to, you could just picture some FBI agent at his desk with headphones on, just going through cell phone data. But now AI, according to this former Secret Service agent, can do it in seconds or minutes. So maybe that helped spur the arrest. But really interesting stuff. The suspect will be in court. We will update that big story throughout the day on 95.5 WSB. All right, this is something that I try not to do on the air. I can't do it because I'm speaking 3 hours a day, and who knows what's coming out of my mouth. I hate mispronouncing words. We have a list of the most mispronounced words of 2025. I have not yet looked at the list because I want to hear him with the listeners for the first time and see if I mispronounced any of these words in 2025 on the Mark Arum Show.
Well, I can't guarantee I won't mispronounce them either,
okay,
but I'll do my best here. Yeah, so these were the ones that were tracked on searches and all that. It's the Zohran Mamdani, right? See, I said it wrong.
But I always say Mamdani.
Mamdani, yes.
Is that the correct pronunciation?
That is the correct pronunciation, Mamdani.
Well, I've never said his first name. Zohran?
Zohran.
I always say Mamdani. I never... All right, Zohran Mamdani.
Mamdani.
Yeah. All right, so I think I'm okay on that one. I didn't really talk about him a lot.
Yeah, well, it's New York,
It's
right?
the New York City's mayor race. I know a lot of people don't care about that. All right, what other mispronounced words of 2025?
That we have said a lot, Louvre. So the French, it's a delicate r at the end of it. It's not Louvre. We always say Louvre.
Yeah.
But it's Louvre. But I don't speak French.
Really?
Yeah. According to, yeah.
Well, that's how it's
French.
spelled.
It's spelled Louvre, but I think it's just because it's such a delicate R-E at the end of it, we kind of skip over it, and it sounds like Louvre to us.
Yeah, I don't know.
The French language is so intricate.
It is. So yesterday I was ordering breakfast for Wendy's, and I asked Longoria what he wanted, and he goes, yeah, give me a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant. Croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Yeah, croissant.
So if I say croissant.
Well, we know what it is, but it's technically wrong.
All right, so Longoria is right yesterday. He's like, give me an egg and cheese croissant.
Is that how I sounded?
Yeah, that's how you said it yesterday. All right. Louvre. All right. What other mispronounced words?
How about acetaminophen? We talked about that a lot.
Oh, I
this
crushed
year.
that one.
Yeah, that one I think we all know.
That's one. If I have one advantage over President Trump is that I can absolutely pronounce correctly acetaminophen. All right.
Another one is Monjaro. You think that a lot of people would say Monjaro.
Monjaro.
People say Monjaro. It's Monjaro.
Oh, then I definitely am guilty of that one.
This one I understand because it's I guess, an Irish word. There was a big storm that kind of hit the UK, and it's Storm Eowyn, but it looks like Owen And that's just, have you ever seen like Scottish and Irish?
Oh, yeah.
And the vowels look a little bit different. There's always like an extra R or an S in there that are kind of silent. So that one I kind of understand.
Thankfully, I never tried to pronounce that at all this year.
Yeah, that didn't affect us.
You know what has bugged me since childhood? I don't know if it's just a mispronunciation or if it's just the wrong use of English. When someone was like, yeah, he stole that from me. Like with an ED.
Extra D.
That I remember being 7 years old, looking at my schoolmates and be like, stole? No, he stole it from you. I don't even think stole is a word.
That might have just been your part of the world. I don't remember hearing that growing up.
It might have been a Connecticut thing.
It could
have been. He stole my lunch. Stole. I don't know.
Maybe in a movie.
I don't know.
You know those little ugly toys that everybody was kind of clamoring about on Persis this year, where they look like little monsters or stuffed monsters? Well, they're called La Boo Boos.
Oh, okay.
But apparently everyone calls them La Boo Boo, and it's La Boo Boo, not La Boo Boo.
La,
not La.
All right.
La Boo Boo.
That's French too, right?
Maybe.
So all these are that's fine.
No, this last one isn't. This last one is Swedish. The actor Alexander Skarsgård is what we would say. It's actually Alexander Skarsgård.
Who is he? Do I know him?
You would know him if you saw his photo.
Did you watch The Patriot yet?
No, I'm finishing another show.
I'm
finishing another show.
I've never given you a 10 of 10 recommendation in our relationship, and I'm telling you now, this is.
I have to finish this other show.
What other show?
Another one you won't be interested
in. All right, fair enough. Thank you, Deborah. I will vow to not mispronounce any of those words in 2026. All right, 1047 on the Mark Arum Show. Got to check the ride around town on this Friday morning. Any current hotspots, Alex Williams?
Not too bad out there, Mark. We had a hot spot, but better news down by the airport. Crash 285 westbound, the inner loop past Riverdale Road, exit 60. That has been moved off to the right shoulder. Still some brake lights back into those airport tunnels, but that will start to improve. Traveling downtown, 7585 northbound, tapping the brake pedal, University Avenue up to Freedom Parkway. Southbound also a little sluggish, but not too bad from 17th Street as you pass Georgia Tech. Alex Williams, 95.5 WUSB.
If it's happening on the streets of Atlanta.
The Cobb County Medical Examiner's Office identifies 57 sets of cremains.
If it's happening on the roads leading to Atlanta.
Massive project at 285 and Georgia 400 has been a big improvement.
We've got it covered.
Atlanta jurors convict a former Customs and Border Protection officer.
Your 24/7 news source.
Covering the stories that impact you.
Tune in throughout the day to stay up to date.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Rufus. What the? Dave Baker here. Findlay Roofing, the Roof guys, and Rufus are proud to support Clark's Christmas Kids again this year. Findlay will donate $100 from every roof replacement between now and December 14th. They're committed to donate at least $15,000 to Clark's Christmas Kids. Santa is so proud, and Rufus is proud too. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
Hi, I'm Andy, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a product development manager, I make sure every piece of fine jewelry at Shane Company is meticulously designed for quality. From 14-karat gold chains, pearl necklaces, diamond studs, and of course, dream engagement rings. We know you can get your holiday gifts anywhere these days, but knowing your loved one's gift was crafted by master jewelers? It's a difference everyone can see and feel, no matter the price. All of our fine jewelry begins with a vision by our in-house designers. Then, we ensure each piece meets our high-quality standards every step of the way, including the smallest details. It's why our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive, free lifetime warranty that covers everything and doesn't cost a dime. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry to be nothing short of perfect. Come see for yourself. Visit us in-store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 6-packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Canada Dry. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way, because Georgia moves us. and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
When your heater takes a holiday during the holidays, don't panic. Castile Heating and Cooling's here. When you're juggling shopping lists, dinner parties, and who's picking up who at the airport, the last thing you want to hear is, "Why is the heat not coming on?" No sweat. Call Castile for our no emergency fee service and unbeatable savings. And right now, get up to $5,000 off a next-day HVAC system install plus flexible financing. Book CastileAir.com today.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you. All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-352-9239. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-352-9239. 800-352-9239.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Our plan is to operate, to continue to operate the iconic Warner Brothers motion picture and television studios, including HBO and the theatrical film.
That is now officially the most powerful man in Hollywood. That's Ted Sarandos, the Netflix CEO. Massive deal. Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery in a cash and stock deal worth $83 billion. That gives Netflix, Deborah, HBO, HBO Max, Warner Brothers Films, TV studios, and all those movie franchises like Harry Potter and TV hits like Game of Thrones and Friends.
Is my HBO going to change again?
I think it might be cheaper. They might roll it into the Netflix subscription.
I already have a bundle of something with it.
Patriot, Deborah, watch that. Longoria, you remember, this is a weird question. The first time I came back from Japan, I was raving about a food, and you were like, what? Why is that a food you're raving about? Do you remember what I was raving about?
Was it egg salad sandwiches?
It was egg salad sandwich.
Okay.
So whatever it is, the egg salad sandwiches at 7-Eleven are the best on the planet. Number 2 is the ones you get at the Masters, but they're both priced about the same. They're super cheap. And last time I went to Japan, I probably had 20 or 30 egg salad sandwiches. Yeah. I mean, the sushi's great and the Wagyu beef, but the egg salad sandwiches at 7-Eleven are phenomenal. Don't tease me, Deborah. These are coming to the United States?
I saw this and I thought of you. I immediately thought of you. 7-Eleven is bringing their popular Japanese-style egg salad sandwiches known as Tagamo Sando. Is that proper? Is that
Sando. Tamago Sando.
Okay. Well, I don't speak Japanese.
That's Tamago is egg. Sando is just sandwich. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're bringing that to participating 7-Eleven. Now, I don't think Georgia has 7-Eleven, but they're also going to be available at Speedway. We might have a Speedway. And Stripes, which are all over Texas. Stripes all over Texas. Yeah.
Now, I've seen reviews in the last couple of months. They've been popping up in L.A., and legitimate folks that know say it's not the same.
Yeah, I would think it would be different ingredients, maybe.
The milk bread is different. Like, there's Japanese milk bread they use, but I know it's so weird. And I know people hate egg salad, so you can stay out of this conversation. But They are so good. I literally had 20 of them. We'd go out to dinner in Tokyo, and then walking back to the hotel, I'd stop in and get like 3 or 4 egg salad sandwiches to take back to the hotel room. And Maya didn't judge me. She was like, yeah. One of the other things that was cool, and I've done this since a kid, feeding ducks.
Oh, yeah,
You ever do that with the girls? You bring bread and, apparently there were a bunch of abandoned ducks. Is this a local story, Deborah, the abandoned ducks?
This is local, yes.
All right, what happened with these poor ducks?
There is a duck rescue in North Georgia. Is this woman who basically had a big plot of land and there was a pond in her backyard and she found this injured duck and she's like, oh, maybe I'll be able to help it and there's a pond it can go swim around in. Well, it turned into like, oh, you must rescue ducks. So now, well, that's what she decided to do. So it's called Waddle On In Rescue.
Aww.
And she takes in injured and abandoned ducks. Like sometimes people will buy ducks at Easter, give them as gifts, and then realize they're not the greatest pets, and then just dump them in the wild because they think of them as wild animals, but they're domesticated, so they're just like any other bird. So she brings in all these ducks to her place, and she's worked with veterinarians to actually help them. Like one of them had a broken beak, and they were able to 3D print it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And make prosthetic limbs and everything for it, and it's turned into this big thing. And 2 of her ducks have actually become Aflac spokes ducks.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I will refrain from my commenting on how delicious Peking duck is, but good job rescuing those ducks, ma'am.
Longoria's fact of the day.
All right, today is National Bartender Day. And barkeep. In the 15th century, innkeepers were the original barkeeps, making their own drinks. And a weird law in Texas, it's illegal to have more than 3 sips of beer while standing.
Speaking of bartenders in Texas, Deborah, what did you think about the new bartender on Landman in that last episode?
Oh, we'll see, right?
Yeah, but she had, the scene where,
the attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine.
She threw the drink in the guy's face.
That's fine. I don't know if I like her arc of story.
I like the actress.
The actress is fine. I just said like now that there's
understood. Yeah. Stick with Andy Garcia is what you're saying.
Yes.
Let's get with that story. All right. Happy Bartender Day to all that pour our beverages.
And now, are you guys ready for the Mark Aram Star of the Show?
First and foremost, Kennedy and Tamika Mosley brought in my Girl Scout goodies, including Vinny's delicious fruit slices. So Kennedy and Tamika getting star of the show. Clark Howard joined us live. Caleb Silver, Olivia Rinaldi, Bill Crane, Patton Oswalt, Zach Hansen. I can't do pity ones. That's it. I'm leaving it there.
Oh, no. You said earlier, because I told you what Mandela effect.
Oh, that's right. All right. Vinny,
I gave him,
Deborah,
I
and
gave
me.
it to him,
Yeah. I'm not letting anyone sneak one in. We all get them. ClarksChristmasKids.com. Donate now. Come see us this weekend at Walmart. Social medias will be active throughout the weekend, by the way, friends.